The last time our party had joined together around this virtual tabletop, they had been sent on a small mission to rid a keep of some bandits that had been plaguing the village of Smolenskshire. Upon arriving to this keep, they made some new allies in the form of an orc band called the Chainbreakers and a trio of elves known as the Greenbow Trio. They united with them to take back this keep, this Blue Forest bandit keep, that once they arrived there found out that it was a keep owned by a sort of evil scientist figure, Ordis. He had been using these living creatures as experiments to turn into creatures of war. After one by one removing these sad, unfortunate creatures from the world, they made it deeper and deeper into Ordis's dungeon, where they found a number of death dogs with two heads and stitches all over them. They had clearly been put together by some sort of necromantic magic. Two of them were put down, and one of them, Puck, was actually able to, it seems like, has tamed this dog, as well as kept his interest and possibly even his affections, as he has been traveling with him ever since. You also found Ordis's laboratory, where you found a number of books, a number of potions and scrolls, a cadaver currently being operated on, and a young blonde woman who seemed to be very afraid of the entire party. Unfortunately for the Shield of Fate, this girl was no mere girl, but another of Ordis's experiments. Upon trying to get her attention and trying to save her from this place, Puck was attacked quite brutally and viciously, almost to the point of death. He had fallen unconscious, and if it had not been for Talon and her quick wit and desire to heal, Puck may not be here today. Fortunately, he is. And you also managed to not only defeat this girl, you also managed to save her life, removing from her some sort of parasite that Ordis has been using to control these creatures. Further into the dungeon, you discovered a number of orcs who yet lived through these experiments, or ones who had not yet been experimented on. Puck, through his use of the life domain, was able to bring them all to a stable condition and get them some better help. Further and further into the dungeons, yet you found a few more things. A locket that seems to belong to Harold's amnesiac father, one of the victims of these experiments. You also found a number of corpses, wolves, as well as some sort of beast walkers, creatures with the bodies of wolves who walked on two hands and are known to speak languages. Very interesting. You found a small babe, whether it's a cub or possibly one of these beasts' children, you're not sure. And last but not least, you found an orcish woman named Galana, who seemed to be caged in one of these cells. She was also found pregnant, and quite close to expecting. After all of this, you managed to recover all of the goods. Puck, you retrieved 750 gold pieces worth of small gold sacks, and you all made it back to the surface of the Blue Forest Bandit Keep, where you find yourselves now. Puck and Talon were just on their way to check on Ariel, who they had left in bed. Sorry.
I guess we should go check, see if everything's all right.
Yeah, we should head up.
All right. So as Puck and Talon make their way up the long staircase and into the room, as you get to the door, you can hear a slight shuffling on the other side.
Just a note. The deaf dog is also with me, accompanying me.
Yes, of course.
I knock on the door.
You knock, and you hear Sarifa's voice. You can come in, just be prepared for what you might see.
All right. And Puck opens the door.
Puck, as you open the door, you notice that the dog standing just behind you kind of hunches both its heads down low. Not necessarily in an aggressive position, more of a defensive position. Talon and Puck, as the door swings wide, you both see, standing at the far side of the room, just under the window, a blonde woman, young, early 20s. The woman you recognize as Ariel. She's no longer in bed, but she is standing just under the windowsill, currently with a rat stuck in her mouth. Under her jaw still the same way it had functioned before, one mandible under, the other mandible under, and the rat on the inside. And as you open the door, you hear Ariel open her eyes wide, and you see the rat fall, and then you hear a wet as it hits the ground.
Go get her, Puck.
I'm sorry, I was just hungry, and I know that it's not eating time, but I just couldn't, and she said I could, and it would be all right.
It's all right. We can get you some food if you're hungry.
I am hungry, but these, and she points at a now small pile of rat carcasses now piled into the corner. Looks about 4 or 5 of them, as Saphira just sits and leans against the wall and stares directly at Ariel, like head cocked to the side, clearly deeply in thought.
I didn't realize the keep had so many rodents about.
I may have found some for her. She claimed to be hungry and asked for living flesh. So, I did what I could.
It's good someone likes the rodents, I suppose.
They're not very good, but they help. And as she says that, Puck, Talon, you both notice that rather deep gash that Harold had left on her forehead seems to be healing very quickly. Like what should be a massive head wound has healed to the point of like a small, thin scar.
It's good to see you up and walking. Do you mind if I take a seat?
No, you can sit.
Thank you. Puck will go and just grab a chair and kind of sit. I don't know, just kind of like generally facing her.
Okay. She takes a seat on the bed, at the very far end of the bed.
How are you feeling?
I'm still really hungry. But I can think a lot clearer, which is good.
That's good. Is your head okay?
I think so. Why? Shouldn't it be okay?
Got a little bit beat up down there before we brought you up to the bed.
Oh, I don't remember that part. I just remember the music was really nice.
I'm glad.
That's all right.
So, do you recognize both of us? You remember us from earlier?
Your voice, yes, and hers a little bit too, but that's all. I don't really remember your faces. And then, as she says that, she looks down at the death dog, and it looks at her, and one of the heads looks at you, and the other one kind of looks at her and drops drops into that curious puppy look, and just kind of turns its head and stares at her for a little while. Is that one of Ordesis' pets?
Well, we encountered a few of them while we were down below. I managed to help one of them, so... You
saved him from Ordis?
I guess in a way, yeah.
So me and him are quite a lot alike.
I think so, yeah.
Could I maybe pet him? Would he be okay with that?
I look over at the two hounds and I go, it's okay. Go on.
The one head kind of keeps looking at you while the other one urges its companion forward and walks up to Ariel and looks up at her, and she kind of gently places her hand on top of its head and gets a little bit close to it. It almost seems to provide her a little bit of comfort before it eventually jumps up on the bed with her.
I'm glad you two are getting along.
I like him a lot. I feel like maybe he can understand how I feel. It's nice. I'm sorry. You probably have questions for me.
I mean, there's no rush. If you're still getting settled in, we don't have to rush things. But if you have any questions for us, then I'd certainly be willing to answer.
Is he really dead?
He is.
Well,
Oh.
his torso is skewered outside, so I think
Really?
so.
And she like bursts out the window, like you see, like launches both panes back and like half climbs out the window looking side to side. Oh, I think that's him. Good. Thank you.
Of course. There's quite a few of you who have come up from below. The people here are planning to make this a bit more of a welcoming home. But
There
I guess
are more people like me here?
well, not exactly like you, but other people that were imprisoned.
Oh. Okay. And Puck, it's very interesting because as you speak to Ariel, you being maybe the most kind-hearted person in the world, don't really care, but you can actually see her mouth parting as she speaks a little bit. Like the mouth falls apart into two pieces as she speaks. The words come out very normally, but the entire jaw structure is completely different than what you would expect from a human.
I guess I did have one question for you.
Okay.
We've just been calling you Ariel this whole time because we weren't sure what else to call you by. Did you have a name that you would like to be called?
I think Ariel is good. I think that's a good name. I don't really remember my name. He would just call me his pet and girl and other really strange things.
Well, if you like Ariel, then we can certainly keep calling you Ariel.
Ariel is nice. It's really pretty.
Well, you've got talent to thank for that.
Oh, is that the name that you thought I should have because I'm pretty?
Exactly why I picked it for you.
Oh, I remember that. You said that that's why. That's good. I like that name a lot.
I'm very happy to hear that. Do you want to see another little puppy while I'm up here with it?
You have more puppies?
I have one. And I'll just open up like the blanket and show her the little puppy.
She smiles and like leans in, kind of hovering over the death dog at her side, and she goes, "Oh, it's really nice, but it's kind of small. I think I'd probably hurt it. I don't think I should pet him."
Maybe if he stays around here with everyone else, and if you stay around here, maybe one day when he's big and strong, you can be friends with him too.
Oh, that would be good. I would love to have friends. I would be nice.
I think you can consider Puck and I your first friends.
Thanks. I really like that.
It's good.
Well,
I'm really hungry. Like I'm really hungry, and I'm sorry. I'm really hungry.
Okay, how big are we talking?
I don't know. Normally I eat a deer or something about that size.
I go get a deer.
You're gonna go get a deer?
We're in the forest. It can't be difficult.
Okay, all right. So, why don't you go ahead and roll me a survival check for hunting? And while you are out and about, and Puck, while you are keeping Ariel company, Harold, you were crying into your books, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, Victor, what were you doing at this time?
I believe where we left it off is I was writing a letter,
Ah, yes, you are writing a letter.
which I suppose over this time I finished writing.
Yeah.
And so I will just seek out the rest of the group.
Okay. So as you make your way out of one of out of the study, I believe is where we had set you.
I
You
just
see-
found a place.
Yeah, you see Harold sitting with his book kind of hunched down into it. It's hard to tell whether he's awake or asleep or whether he's just deep in thought. But you do see Talon seems to be moving at a very quick pace down the stairs.
Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I gotta go get a deer.
Why?
Look, Ariel is very, very nice, but guess there's some things that don't go away when we pull out the braid, and that is the thirst for flesh.
Oh, she wishes to consume the deer.
Yes. So I am going to go get one because she's very hungry, and I figure getting her a deer now is better than waiting to see what happens in an hour. No?
Very well. Do you require help?
Want to come with? Don't mind the company?
Sure.
Be quiet.
I rarely hunt creatures of land, but I think I will be quite good at it.
Perhaps you can learn something from me for a change.
We will see.
Did beat you in wrestling, so not impossible.
That was not a regulation size circle. Very well. Let us go hunt.
I'll have to find one. It's a 18 for that survival check.
18 for the survival check. You know what? Just for fun, Victor, can I also get a survival check from you?
Yes.
Victor's just constantly like seeing an animal and going, "Deer ho!"
That's a natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay, all right.
So yeah, Thomas is right, I think.
Yeah, so actually as you two go out hunting, you have a nice little chat for a while. Talon, you are very quickly able to pick up tracks of some sort of hooved animal. It's not entirely sure which kind. You're kind of rushing at this point. You continue traveling, and eventually you do spot what looks like a buck mule deer, big rack of horns. And just as you are like about to let Victor know, he falls right. He's like looking around, trips on a stump, and just making a very loud ruckus and scaring off the deer.
Almost.
Oh,
Bye.
what? My instinct is to look down, because when you are fishing with a spear, you need to be surveying. And so as I'm holding this, I find my gaze falling down.
Victor.
Mhm.
Just be with me in this moment for a minute. How do you think a deer is, and how far away is the ground from your face? Do you think it's going to be right underfoot?
Well, I was looking for tracks. I hadn't found any yet.
Oh, you hadn't.
No.
I had, and we were just far off from one. I had it in my eye line and everything, and then you fell. It's all right. We can find another one. We'll just take another look at the
which way
ground
did it
here
go?
and move on.
Which way did it go?
Are you gonna?
I just started running after the deer.
Oh yeah.
Victor, that's not
Spear
how
in
hunting
hand.
works.
Just running through the woods. Okay.
Victor, you're making it worse.
I'll get it. I'll strike this thing down.
No, you won't. You will not do it like that. Come back. Go back to the keep. My goodness.
No, I'm going to hunt this deer.
So as Victor like stampedes off in the direction that you pointed, like not even directly after the deer, just the general direction, he just starts booking it. And immediately as he makes that noise, he basically starts a small, like a small family of deer start running away from him and in your general direction as you're standing pretty still.
Right. I'm going to stay put, and I suppose I will ready my longbow. Sorry, family of deer. Can you go further into detail there?
Okay, it looks like there is a Bambi and probably it's a herd. Sorry, not a family. It's a different thing. You do see a Bambi.
I was gonna say, are you gonna make me make Bambi today?
in this season? It's not a full babe. Like it's sort of in that middle period between being a Bambi and being a full buck. The horns have started to sprout. There are probably 3 or 4 doe, as well as a few buck, and they are all mule as they are running about 15 paces off from you. They got real close.
Okay, I'll aim for one of the bucks.
Okay, give me just roll the hit.
I'm not going for a kill shot. I just want to maim because I want to take it alive.
You want to do some non-lethal? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I figure that's probably what she's looking for. That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, great. Don't even roll for damage. It's a deer. So as you ready your arrow, you've been used to fighting like aggressive assailants, and so this deer just gliding gracefully through the grass, you're able to take a nice deep breath. A little snow is falling as they push through. It's a beautiful day, and you just kind of take in the scenery, draw your bow, release, and you see the arrow go right through the hindquarters. It looks like it probably cracked right through one of its joints, and it has gone lame in the back legs, effectively stopping it from running at all.
All right, so I'll head over to it, and God, this sounds all very brutal, but I'm going to like knock it out essentially so that it's easy for me to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna lift it up and like carry it like fireman style over my shoulders.
Yeah, okay, for sure. You walk over to it while it's lame. You get down nice and close to it. You give it a nice pet on the side of the head, calm it down a little bit before taking the back of one of your blades and very quickly and surgically bopping it right on the back of its head, and it goes limp. You are able to carry it. You are buff as hell. And as you kind of lug it over your shoulder, Victor has realized that you weren't following him and is now making it back within eye line.
I see her deer, and I like jump out of the bush with the spear out, but then realize she's already taken it, and I just like skid to a stop and go, oh. Good work.
Couldn't say the same for you. We'll have to work on those land hunting skills.
Listen, if we are to go fishing, I will prove my worth. I promise. But
I
yes,
sure hope so. It would be very embarrassing if you were a terrible fisherman after this.
it is a nimbler art. Spearfishing is so, I don't know, what's barbaric, I suppose. This is not my forte.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help carrying
We
that?
should. No, I do. I do not. But we should get it back pretty quickly.
Very well.
Come on.
Yeah, with a good amount of speed, Talon and Victor, you guys jog back to the keep. You only had to walk out a few hundred yards. It seems that these woods are absolutely rife with wildlife. Even in this relatively cold season, you haven't gotten into the dead of winter yet. And even there are still even birds in the trees, some of which, Talon, you are positive are here year round, and some of them you thought would have flown south to Groma for the year, but still here. But yes, you do make it back to the keep, and let me give you a real quick description of what you have seen on your way in and out. It seems that while you guys were down exploring the dungeon, Gazdan has ordered the rest of the chain breakers to set up camp, and just as quickly and efficiently as they pack it up, they put it out. And so right now in front of the Blue Forest Bandit Keep, there is an entire small nomadic orcish village that has just popped up, it seems like, in the past few hours.
Oh.
They're just setting their tents up.
For the time being.
I do hope they're able to put roots here, build houses and whatnot.
So do I. I can't imagine living like that for your entire life.
And you'll, this will most likely be the closest village to your home. Not Smolenskshire anymore.
Will be, which will be nice because I have friends here now.
You can do day trips.
I could! Oh my goodness. How exciting is that?
Oh,
Okay.
I pull out of my satchel. I pull out the Westgarian Noble book that I found. And go. I was perusing the library of our deceased wizard friend, and found a book that might be interesting to you. It is
Me?
a book of nobles, Westgarian nobles. I thought maybe perhaps we could find some information on your father. The dealings,
Quite interesting.
people he is in contact with. You may know this already. I was curious.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know too much. It was something I was very sheltered from.
In the
Like
middle...
I knew what he.
In the middle of this conversation, as you guys are, talking amongst each other, carrying the deer in, very loudly and shrilly, you hear a voice come from the mouth of, or the door to the keep, as you hear, "Oh, Talon, it's good to see you. Oh, hi, Victor. Oh, Talon, that's quite a catch you've got." As Grick runs up towards you. And kind of slaps the deer on the ass, and punches Victor in the chest.
Oh, it's good. I was looking for you earlier. It's good to see you back now. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything important.
We can sit down maybe and really look over that
Maybe-
book in a little bit.
Good. Yeah, no.
I'm
So
curious though, Victor.
I just wanted to say, I know Gazdan was looking for you, and he actually sent me out to find you. So if you want to go talk to him, that'd be great. I'm on my way out to go and hunt for the feast tonight, so I will be seeing you soon, and I'm gonna bring back a book twice as big as that.
We'll see, Greg. I might have caught the biggest one out there today, but I have a special delivery for this one, so.
All right. Well, I'll be seeing
should
you
be
around
off
then.
and get back. Back on your
Victor.
head, Greg.
Thank you, Victor. I just wanted to say you are looking very handsome today.
Do I
Neat.
believe him?
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Pretty good. 18.
18, yeah. So as he says that, he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and smiles at you as he walks off. And with that insight, you are pretty confident he was hitting on you?
Do I truly? I've been in
I mean,
a dungeon for most of the day. I did not think I would come out looking cleaner than I went in.
clean and good, I don't think necessarily are the same thing. And I
Do
will
I-
say, you do
Well, do I look
quite
good?
good. You do look good. I think you look good.
I feel still that I look like a sailor just walking around on land, and that is not the greatest look. Looking
mean,
to blend in, perhaps some pelts or something.
I mean, my
Or a
mom
bear
always
hat.
said that sailors were always, you know, my mom likes sailors. I'm saying.
But I will reserve my sailorish looks for your mother when we meet her.
No, do not do that. You cannot touch my mother.
And with that, you
No, I
arrive
did
at
not
the
imply
second
that.
floor. You arrive at the second floor of the keep. No saving that one. It's too good.
I'll walk into the room. Ariel?
You walk into the room, and there, Puck and Ariel have been chatting it up.
I walk in, but like before I walk in, I just like hit my head on the wall for a second, and then walk in.
So Puck, you've been in the room chatting with Ariel. Sarif is in there. This room is now officially getting full. With the dog, Sarifa, Ariel, Victor, Talon. It's a whole party in here. And so Sarifa kind of places her hand on the back of your neck, Puck. Like not in an aggressive way, just like in a way to let you know that she's there. And then you can kind of feel her trail her hand off your shoulder as she walks out of the room.
I think one of the things that I would have been telling Ariel is I was musing the idea, probably to Sarifa as well, of having Elmo come by and see if we might, if he has the ability to speak of animals, if we might ask the dogs their name.
Oh yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I think maybe that he could do that, and then we would know what to call them instead of just dog or dogs. Is it one dog or two dogs? Oh, hi, Talon. Oh, you have food? And you just immediately
Big
eyes
enough.
wide as saucers, and she's like, "Yeah,
Just,
that'll be great."
Throw it over my head and flop it on the floor and just.
So as you go to flop it on
Yeah.
as it goes towards the floor, you see her lightning fast reach out, grab it with both hands, and pull it to her face immediately. Doesn't even have time to hit the floor, and she's just like. And blood is kind of like dripping down off of her face onto the bed and onto the death dog, who is also kind of like licking it up as she drinks it, like licking it up off her face and off of her mandibles and off of her clothes.
I'm gonna lean over to Victor and just kind of like nudge him, like, how much you want to bet she's a better land hunter than you? Hmm?
I will not be wasting my money. I
Uh,
do think this poses a dangerous thought. We certainly can't leave her here with the Orc village. Expect them to provide for her, nor can we let her go on her own.
Maybe we should
I can hear you.
discretion.
You have surprisingly good hearing. I thought the slurping would muffle this.
Oh no, I can hear everything. I can even hear them talking outside.
Noted.
It's not, I suppose I was trying to have a private conversation, but it does not need to be secretive. We must figure out where, not necessarily where we would leave you, but where we can find a good home for you.
And she places the pretty hollowed out carcass on the floor. Well, I haven't been free in a very long time, so I don't know. I'm open to ideas. I kind of like it here, but I don't really know anything outside of this room. But it looks nice outside.
Do you remember anything from before?
Oh,
Maybe
oh yeah,
family?
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a family that might be looking for you?
Oh, my dad sold me to Ordis.
Well,
Won't.
no sense returning to him then.
Oh no, he was horrible. He was not a good man. I was actually thankful that Ordis bought me until Well, until a little bit later.
Do you think if you stayed here, you would be able to provide for yourself, hunt and whatnot?
I think so. I'm pretty fast, and Ordis, he used to let me out in the halls sometimes, and he would have me hunt and see how well I would do, and I always did really good. I mean, they were normally like not animals; they were monsters, but I'd usually win.
And Ariel, as far as your desire for meat goes, you have a sense of control over that, you think? Could
Well, I got hungry.
sustain yourself on animals?
Oh yes, no, I don't even like eating people. I don't like it.
That's a big plus.
It's
Maybe
really gross.
before we depart, I imagine it would be. Maybe before we depart, I can take you out to hunt in the woods with me.
That could
Help
be
show
fun.
you the best kind of prey for you. Yeah,
I like these. I like deer a lot.
loads of those out there.
That's good. I like to eat
Well,
them.
then perhaps this is the best situation. We can work something out with Guzdan, and you can have your home here, as so long as you keep a peaceful mind
Home?
in the village and hunt
I would like that.
at your leisure.
I would like that a lot. I love hunting and eating a lot. Honestly, I'm still kind of hungry, but I can hold off for now.
Take
Do
you
you-
out in a little bit. You can get something for yourself next time, okay?
Are you normally this hungry, or is it maybe because you haven't eaten in a while, or because you were hurt earlier?
Well, yeah, normally after Ordis would do his tests, I would get really hungry. That's when I'm the hungriest. So it's probably when I get tired out.
Okay.
Makes sense.
How long has it been since you slept?
I don't know. I don't tend to sleep much. I don't know if I have to sleep. Maybe. I don't know. I can try.
I think that would be an interesting thing to try, is to, when you are tired, instead of hunting and eating, to sleep.
Well, I should probably eat first, because even when I was little, my mom always said that I should eat before I go to bed, or else I'll wake up hungry.
This is true, but that is what breakfast is for.
How many times do you eat in a day?
Are you asking me personally? Because the answer is 4.
4? Normally I only
Yes.
eat one time.
I guess
You
it
should
depends.
Perhaps instead of eating an entire deer once, you should eat a quarter of a deer 4 times a day.
But how do you have 4 quarters of a deer? They only come in ones.
You only eat part of the deer.
I'm
and
going. Is
2
that
hours later, you're going to eat another part. Just
I'm
don't eat all of
going
it at
to,
once. That's all.
take out like just a ration that I have? You know. All right. You see this?
Can I have it?
You can have some of it.
Can I eat it?
Some of it, yes, because you can see it is a full one size of a piece of pastry,
Yeah.
and I will crack it in half and go. Well, now I have 2.
No, you only have 1. It's just broken.
Yes, but I do not need to eat this entire ration to sustain myself.
But if you're hungry, why don't you eat it all?
Because you might be hungry later and you might not have food later. Easily accessible.
You are all very confusing. What you should eat when you're hungry. Can I have it, please?
I will just toss half the ration.
She
I have to
grabs
say,
it
her
up,
logic isn't entirely wrong. Yeah.
reaches her hands forward. You see the mandibles clench on it, and immediately she just goes, and the mouth opens wide, like mandibles wide open. You guys can now see right, like inside of her, like pointed jaw mouth area, as she's like trying to get every last bit of it out with her hand. She's like, It tastes like poison.
Maybe you
I'm going to
have
take
a
a
very
bite.
specific.
Okay, you take a bite. It tastes like a bun. It's pretty good.
I think maybe we just eat different foods or
think
food
so.
differently. But
That's
that's
okay.
all right. We
That's-
can learn more about how often you need to eat or if you need to sleep and that sort of thing. It'll come in time.
I remember your name, and I remember your name. What is your name? And she points at you, Victor.
My name is Victor.
That's a nice name. My name is Ariel, which is also a
That
nice
is a-
name.
Nice name.
Thank you.
Well, I know that Guzdan is waiting to speak to us, and I do believe we have a few things to speak to him about. I think Harold is asleep in his books, so I can go fetch him and meet you there.
Where was he? Do you remember?
I believe he's out in the yard somewhere, probably organizing his tents and whatnot.
Right. We'll meet you there. Puck, do you want to come with? Or do you want to catch up?
I mean, I did have something to talk to Gazdan about. I guess, I'm just not sure. Ariel, do you feel comfortable staying here by yourself, or would you
Can
like
he stay
someone
with
to-
me? And she points at the two-headed dog of like absolute death. Like just this dog is not a pretty puppy. This is like a mangy hound that is like got holes in its flesh. And she's thrilled.
Of course, I was actually thinking of suggesting that. I'll see if maybe I can have if I can come back with Elmo and see if we can't have a conversation with our hounds. But I think right now the best place for him is here with you. So take care of each other.
Okay. Puck and Talon and wait, did they leave already? Did you guys depart or are you still hanging out?
I'm in
I'm
the
waiting
doorway.
for Puck.
Okay. Mr. Victor and Talon and Puck, thank you. And I know there was another person with you when you came in, and can you thank him for me too? I know he didn't come up here, but that's okay.
Is he fell asleep in a bunch of books?
I think that makes sense.
It does. I will tell him.
Okay. If you can, please bring me some more food.
Next time, we will bring you to the food, and you will get it yourself.
Okay.
I'll just kneel down next to the deaf dogs. And I'll give each of them like scratches on their heads. All right, you two. Stay with Ariel here. Look after her, okay?
One of them gives you a nice big lick upside your face, and it really genuinely does smell like it ate something dead, but it's not something in its belly, it's just its smell.
I'm glad I don't have any open wounds on my face. Okay, well, I'll come back and visit the both of you soon.
Okay.
And maybe I can play some more music.
And she like wraps her hand, one arm around each death dog head and like pulls them in nice and tight, and she goes, "Okay, I'll see you soon."
You're so big and tough.
As the door closes.
You know, Puck, as weird as the two of them are, they are very cute together.
I'd already thought about pairing them together. I'm glad it happened so naturally.
I think that they'll be of great help to one another. Great idea to see if we can ask the dog his own name. Incredible. I would have never thought of that.
Well, I don't know too much about the elves, but I heard a little bit about druids, and it just kind of came to me, I guess.
We should get to Gaston.
So, as you are all now coming down the stairs, Harold, you feel a big meaty hand on the back of your shoulder.
What? What?
Was you crying?
No.
It's alright if you did. There's no shame in it. I cry.
As Guzdan looks down now at you, like crossed, like arms crossed, over top of Harold, who's got like a mountain of books by his side.
What's up?
Well, I needed to talk to you and the rest of your friends. Where are they?
I don't really know. I know that Puck and Talon went to go talk to Ariel. Victor went to go do his own thing. They kind of left me here with my books.
Alright. Well, as long as the rest of them aren't here, I wanted to say thank you. I plan to thank them as well, but you've done us a great service, Harold.
You're welcome. I hope that this can that this place can suffice for all of your needs.
Yeah. Me too.
I had a couple questions to ask you, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
One, my dad.
Yeah.
So, Victor and Puck said they found a locket down there, and when I gave it to him, he remembered me, and he also remembered my mum. So there's a chance that his memory is kind of coming back to him.
Well, that's really good.
I was
I'm
wondering.
happy.
Yeah, I was wondering if, and hopefully when his memory starts to return a little more, I know that you all were gonna try to stay here, but I was wondering if it was okay if he and maybe a couple of your other party members went to go try and find my mum.
Where are you from?
Up on the northeastern side of Westgar.
Oh, God, so you have to compete with those snarky bastards up there. I understand. I will consider it. I will really truly consider it once your father's memories come back to him, absolutely.
Good. There was a member, apparently, maybe of his hunting party that you found down in the dungeon, so he might know a little bit more. But it's just a request, and this is more of a personal thing, because you rescued people from all over, and I'm assuming they've all had a variety of professions and jobs. Have any of them been blacksmiths or smiths, steel workers of any kind?
Yes, what do you think most orcs specialize in? Half the people here know how to work a blade, know how to work a forge.
My dad was a hunter, so I just kind of assumed.
That's right. I mean, it's really one or the other, right? And in times of peace, it's are you a blacksmith or are you a hunter? It's not too many orc librarians.
That's true. That's
yeah,
fair.
you might be one though. That's good. You like your books. What do you got here? Oh, forge. That makes sense.
Books from blacksmith. Yeah. Which one? Who would you recommend? I want to learn how to do that.
Well, believe it or not, Garrick's actually a really fantastic smith. He's
really?
a great warrior, but he makes a mean blade.
Cool. I'll have to go talk to him.
Oh, there they are. Harold, Victor, Talon, Puck, I found Harold's here. I need to talk to you. Sorry, we can finish this conversation soon.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the person we were looking to find.
So, did Garrick inform you that I was looking for you?
Yes.
Good.
He did.
All
We can
right.
speak here. There is nothing you need to show us.
For the time being, I had a few questions for you. I didn't get a great look. Did you find everything down there? Is there anything we need to be cautious of, or any other unsightly beasts?
There is that invisible wall we should probably warn you of.
Yes, there is near where you found us the first time when we were when we needed to dispatch Ariel before we went into the prison. Directly to the left, there is an invisible wall, followed directly by a pit trap that will put you in the ground with some sludge.
All right.
It's unpleasant, and we left the sludge, but it is very easily avoidable if you know where it is.
All right. So don't go walking through walls. Good enough.
Don't do it. Yes, also, there is no need to go into that illusory room, for we have cleared it out
Good. Good.
of all its belongings. I believe all of the creatures that we were able to find are gone.
Good. All right.
So the place should be very safe for you and your village.
Well, thank you very much. I did have a few more questions for you. The girl, you saw her. She's a bit weird, yeah?
Aren't we all?
She's certainly nicer than you would think, and we asked her pretty directly, and she has no desire to eat anything human or vaguely humanish. She
to
just
be
wants to
honest,
eat animals.
I wouldn't mind if she ate humans. It's funny because none of us are humans. Well, you have human, Harold, but really, the orc really comes through, so I wouldn't worry about it.
But either way, we'll be
Yes.
taking her out to ensure she knows how to hunt this evening.
Good.
And she can take care of herself that way.
Good.
But if you are open to it, she would love to stay here.
Look, the honest truth is, anyone is welcome here. If you are not welcome in the rest of the world, you are welcome here. And I'll stand by that for as long as I'm alive.
I don't believe she will be of use as a revolutionary for you. I would not put her as a member of the Chain Breakers, but I do not think you will have to tend to her. I think, given time, she will grow to be a member of your community, but for the time being, she will merely hunt and feed herself, and that will be all.
Very good.
She is eager to make friends, though.
I understand that she may not be a chain breaker, but I do want her and the rest of you to understand that you are all welcome here in... You're gonna like this. It's the settlement name I've figured out. Broken Keep. It's nice, right?
I like
You
it.
know it? It has more class than I thought it would.
Thank you. Well, I thought it might be Chain Breakers HQ. It stands for headquarters, but Fuckle talked me out of that one.
That's very on the head of it all.
Yeah. No. So Broken Keep it is. But you all are welcome here, and tonight we plan to have a feast. Are you planning on staying the night?
Yes, we will stay for one more night while we
Good.
gather ourselves. We did, in our plundering of the bottom of the keep, find quite a bit of gold. And we had all
Oh,
agreed.
right. I picked that up to give to you.
We agreed that it
sorry.
would be best used to jumpstart your settlement. Perhaps
Whoa.
that way you can begin to trade with Lemshire and set up a, make a name for yourself so that you may be more than just a village. You can expand and become your own town.
Puck starts pulling like bag after bag of like gold coins from like his belt loops and pouches.
I'm terribly sorry. Are you telling me that you came here, you helped save my people, you helped free my people, you went as far as to clear out this entire place of anything dangerous or that had ill will towards my people, and now you wish to pay me and my people.
It is not necessarily that we are paying you, it is that we are...
Oh, shut up! You're the
Giving you-
best friends I've ever had!
And he wraps you all around in some big green arms.
This is not our money. It was the money of an evil person. So we are giving
That's
it to
really
you.
nice, though. So you're a great hugger.
And he lets you go and lets you all catch your breath.
Oh,
I really do
oh, this is
appreciate
so
it.
sore.
Now, you know, this is not fair because now I'm gonna have to come up with a gift for you.
Why? No need.
I think the gift I wish for you to give me is for your settlement to thrive.
I will do my very best.
And besides, I do
Well-
believe Toby owes us some money. We have
Who?
earned that much. What is the sheriff
Sheriff
of Smalemshire?
Smalemshire?
He sounds like a real... he's probably a friend. I don't want to be rude.
He's sort of a wiener, but in a nice way.
Okay, I thought he sounded like a wiener.
Also,
Well-
Gaston, guess what?
What?
You will be the closest community to my house after I find my mum and I come back home.
That
So,
is very,
I can come
very
visit.
exciting. I really do like that. I honestly, I hope you all come back and visit.
Me too. I
Well,
definitely
yeah.
will.
Yes, we are unsure of where we are heading next, I do believe, but we will always know where to look for you if we need you.
Good. I would like you to consider Broken Keep a home away from home.
Thank you.
Yes, well, we know it well enough. We've pretty much all died here.
Hell, you practically founded the place.
If
No,
there,
sorry.
if there is crude art being made, a statue would be. I'm kidding, of course.
A
Gaston?
statue. Yeah. What you want?
Still have the puppy, by the way. I have had the puppy strapped to my body this
Oh,
entire time,
oh,
including
yes.
while I was hunting.
Of course. You've been a very good puppy mom.
Gaston, we found this little tiny baby creature.
Oh my god, he's so cute!
So cute,
And he
right?
gives him little scritches on the head.
All right, but isn't he adorable? He's been sleeping all day. I went out hunting and everything. Just slept through the whole thing.
He's cute. Did he open
but-
his eyes yet?
Obviously, we can't. Not that I've seen, very
Oh
little,
my
but I'm
God.
keeping him nice and warm. We're not sure. Here's the thing, Gaston. We're not sure if he is some sort of messed up experiment yet or not. That hasn't been revealed because he's so little. But perhaps if someone in your community wanted to care for him and hopefully raise him up right, and then unfortunately do the bad thing if anything goes wrong.
Oh, I'm sure. Chara and Charla would
I
love
would-
her. Would love her.
If
I
I
did
could
name-
recommend, sorry to interrupt, but I have noticed Grick is quite lonely, and perhaps a companion would be good for him.
If it's Grit, can I give it to him directly? I'd like to take it to him.
You know, he's
He is seeking companionship quite
It's
fervently,
true.
and I think this could be a good answer to that.
We'll give it a shot, and if not, then Charla and Jaffa can do it.
I'll go talk to Grick. By the way, just so you know, if you see him around Gaston, I've named him Biscuit.
Oh my gods!
Oh, one more thing about Biscuit is that he is potentially the spawn of Beastmen. So he
Oh,
could...
no, sorry, Victor, it's very racist.
It is?
Oh yes, it's incredibly offensive. They are loopkin.
What is the proper term?
They're loopkin.
Alright.
Yeah.
He could be a loopkin.
Yeah, no, that's kind of like a human calling me a greenskin. I'll take his head off.
Understand, not from here.
Oh.
Very, where I learnt that knowledge, was clearly a place of racists.
Honestly, whole damn continent's a place of racists.
Yes,
Thank you for educating us.
and I
Of course.
read that in a book in Roland, which
yeah,
speaks for itself. I
They're the
believe.
worst. They're worse than us.
Truly.
Victor.
Mhm.
Speaking of potential experiments, should we tell Guzdon about the other one?
About
The
the
pregnant
child.
orc. Yeah.
I believe you are aware of.
Oh. Well, I
Alana?
brought her up. I brought her up to the room. Alana, she's really sweet. She's kept on saying thank you to me. I don't hear that a lot.
Yeah. She was one of Ordice's test subjects.
Oh yeah, she
And,
was telling me about that real rough situation she had apparently.
Yeah, but her child may be the final product of Ordice's work. The child, we don't know, because clearly he couldn't test or see, but the child may not be normal on
Yes,
birth.
we
I'm not
deducted
killing
from.
the baby.
Well,
I refuse.
what we merely deducted from Ordice's notes is that he had perfected his he had perfected the orc. That is what he said, at least. He thought he had created some sort of super orc, something
Well,
akin to an orc, but the strongest and the fastest and all that. So the child may merely just be exceptional, and not at all evil. But it would be wise to keep an eye,
of
just in case
course.
somehow it has already infected his brain, which I cannot reasonably think of a way in which it could, but he was a madman.
If you would like, you can go and talk to her. I'm sure she'd love company.
Perhaps.
I don't know
Yes,
exactly
Buck.
how much help I could be, but I helped deliver children back in my village, so I know some things.
You're a
I
wet
might be
mother.
able-
That's excellent.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
You delivered a baby.
a few, but
He's 17. It's incredible.
Oi. When I was 17, I'd already killed 35 men. Give him some credit.
I mean, I guess he's doing the opposite of what you've been doing.
Because I lean more towards the side of Gazdan, so I am impressed.
well, I just I was the village healer, so I helped with things. I'm not aware of what differences there might be for orcs comparatively to any other race as
mean,
far as
To be
how the
honest with
pregnancies
you,
go, but
orc women, when it's their time, they normally just plop out.
okay.
Yeah,
well,
orc women,
she
very
looked-
strong Kegels.
She looked pretty far along, so depending on how soon the baby comes, I mean, I if she's willing, I could take a look and see if there's anything that stands out.
Look, that's between you and her. I don't want to know what's going on down there.
Right. Also, just as far as any kind of payment, you agreeing to take care of Ariel is all the thanks I need.
You can say that all you like, but I'm coming up with something you're gonna like.
Well, you saw the hound that we brought out as well, yes?
I like him. He's got 2 heads, twice as many bites.
Yeah,
I
I'm,
thought.
I'm thinking them and Ariel would work well together, so I was thinking of leaving the hounds with her.
Yeah, they're absolutely welcome here. And if they would like, I will invite them in to be chain breakers, but only if they want to. Otherwise, they can just live here.
Well, that is another question we can ask. We were hoping Elmo could help us speak to them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can find him, he's probably out, I don't know, talking to a squirrel or something.
Yes. We will
He does that
find
a
him.
lot.
That is all. I believe I had to speak to you about Guzdan until
Yes.
till the feast tonight.
Yeah, well, no, be prepared. It's going to be an absolutely wonderful occasion. We'll be saying goodbye to Desdin, and we'll be feasting in his honor as well as your honor for your help. So thank you so much. I have things to prepare to. Make yourselves at home.
Thank you.
Can I just talk to you a minute,
Oh.
Guzdan?
All right. What's up?
I'll catch up with the rest of you guys later. I kind of turn to the other three.
Well, Elmo.
Bye, Puck.
Elmo. Okay, you guys head off in search of Sarifa and Elmo.
All right. What's
I'm
your-
looking for Garrick.
Are you gonna go find?
Oh,
you're gonna go
yeah,
find Garrick. You're gonna find. Okay, you two are gonna go find Garrick. Victor's gonna go find.
No,
Elmo.
I'm going to find. I want to go find Greg with the biscuit.
Greg, that's his name.
Hunting.
That's what I meant to say. Look, I've got my names all confused today. Okay, you two are gonna find Greg, cause wait, no, Jesus Christ. You know
Is
what?
anyone coming to find Greg with me? Oh, just me. Okay.
You find Greg. You find Garrick. Victor, you're finding Elmo.
Sure.
Great.
All right. What you want?
I guess I just wanted to apologize.
What?
It's just I feel like I may have let you down. I told everyone that I would be there to heal anyone that was wounded in the first attack, and I healed Desdin, and then he got killed because I wasn't there, and if I hadn't
Fuck.
killed him, then perhaps he
Fuck.
would still be alive today.
Fuck. If you hadn't healed him, maybe I'd be dead today. These things happen. This is what happens. It is a cold, hard world, and people die, and then once they die, there's nothing you can do. I'm sorry.
And
You
also,
cannot put this on yourself. I refuse to allow it.
I didn't let you know in time about the other orcs.
What are you talking about?
The ones that were like Harold's father. When we learned how to reverse it, I couldn't get back in time to tell you.
You are an absolute soft, dumb child. You know that. You need to understand these things, Puck. We did what we had to do. Now, if I went around living my life the way you are thinking, I wouldn't be able to do it. You need to understand that people are going to die. That is the way of this world, especially when you're an orc. Especially when you're 7 feet tall and green and you've got giant tusks coming out of your mouth. People die. And I'm sorry that you can't save everyone. So am I. I'm sorry I can't save everyone. Should I walk around feeling sorry for myself?
No, that's not what I meant.
I appreciate your sentimentality. Go enjoy your victory. You've earned it.
Right.
Did well, Puck. I'll be seeing you soon.
Okay.
Puck will try and find Elmo, I suppose.
Puck, eventually you meet up with Victor. You are able to find Sarifa, who is actually leading Elmo towards the room. While that happens, Harold is on his way to find Garrick, the smith here in town. Oh my God, this party is so split. There's so many storylines. Oh, my head.
Always split the party.
Okay, we're gonna do Grick first. Talon, you make your way towards the wooded area where you had found, or where you had seen Grick leaving earlier, and he's already coming back into town. It looks like he's found his third stag.
Oh, Grick. Good.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be shown up by anyone else, eh?
Oh, we'll have to have a little hunt off one of these days after I find my mum, huh? Competition?
What? Yeah, for sure. Can I help you something?
Sorry, what were you distracted by?
No, I was just thinking.
Well, I have something that perhaps you could think about that might be very happy. This is Biscuit.
Oh, that's a
thought maybe
puppy. That's a
Biscuit-
puppy. Oh, that's a puppy.
Now, Biscuit, it's a little bit complicated, but I thought maybe Biscuit could be your friend, and you could take care of Biscuit, because I can't take Biscuit with me.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to tell you though, there's a chance because I found him down in the dungeon that he might grow up to be terrible. But I think if you
That
love
would
him
be
enough,
even better. Do you think he'd be a good hunting partner?
bet you he would.
I bet he
Bet you
would.
he would.
Come here, Biscuit.
Well,
I'm gonna train you to be the meanest,
There you go.
savagest monster in the world. Grrr.
Make sure he still likes a good little scritch though, because I want to come and see him and be able to I'm up in Biscuit's face, you know?
He holds the dog in one hand and like makes eye contact with you while he scritches the top of its head.
Very good. Take really good care of him. Remember, he's very young and fragile, not ready to hunt yet, and he needs a lot of warmth. So hold him close. Amazing.
Yes, this is my Biscuit now. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad that he'll be loved.
Oh, he
That's
will
all I
be.
wanted.
I'm allowed to hunt with him in my pocket, though, right? I've got more stags
I
to
mean, I
catch
did
for the
earlier.
feast. Oh, good.
When you
okay.
saw me heading out earlier to hunt, I actually was with Biscuit the whole time. I
No
just
way.
left him here. Yeah, he stayed right there the whole time. Asleep through the whole thing, too.
You know, if you wanted, I could neglect my duties to hunt, and we could just go talk about Biscuit all day.
I mean, I wish I could, but we could pick it up at the feast, but I do have to make sure I take Ariel to teach her how to hunt before the feast.
Right.
But we will
right.
definitely have more Biscuit time later.
No, that's
All
very
right.
fair. Okay, all right. Well, I'll.
We're all gonna feast tonight. We'll talk about Biscuit later. I promise.
We're gonna feast. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna bring the meat.
So exciting.
I'm gonna bring the meat to that feast. All right.
It looks like you really are.
I'm bringing the meat. Okay.
And he just stands there and like crosses his arm, like being very careful that he doesn't put any weight on Biscuit.
Yeah. So.
I'm gonna head back into the keep for a moment.
Right.
to,
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
out.
I'll.
Yeah.
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 And as you walk
Biscuit, lots of
away,
kisses for me.
as you like walk away and give him the wave, and you like turn back to give him the wave, you see that he's just like standing there smiling, looking like directly at the back of your head, and then he looks at the dog, and he's just like,
All right.
okay, done. You're going back to Ariel. Victor and Puck, you two find Elmo and Sarifa once again on the second floor of the keep.
Elmo,
Yes.
is that you?
Mm-hmm. Sarifa informed me that you were interested in finding the name out of a dog.
Yes, it could be interpreted as one or two dogs.
That gives me
Would like-
pause.
It's more natural than you might think. It's still very unnatural, but more than you're giving it credit for.
All right. I'll take a look. Bring me to the dog, or dogs, or whatever it is you call them to be.
Bring him up to Ariel's room.
Yeah, you bring him over to Ariel's room, and you guys poke in through the door, and Ariel's just like sitting on the bed, petting the dogs, one head and then the other. Like they're in the bed. She's now kind of gotten under the covers and is a little bit more comfortable. And as you guys pop in, she looks over. Did you bring me more food?
No.
Not yet. No,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay. Oh, who's he? And she kind of points at Elmo, who's like peering in, and he's kind of given like a really serious look at Ariel and the dogs.
This is Elmo. He's the one I mentioned earlier.
It smells like death in this room.
Yes, there.
No, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It smells like undeath in this room. Quite frankly, it's revolting.
Elmo, we encountered a lot of difficult things down in the dungeon, and not all of them made it back, but we were able to help some. These two, or three, I suppose, are some of those that we brought back. I realize that
You realize
You're-
that they stand against everything that I hold dear to my heart. That is what you understand, yes?
I understand that as a druid, this is not the way you like to see things, yes.
No,
But-
I do not like to see abominations walking on the surface.
Well, that, unfortunately, is just too bad, Elmo. Because whether you agree with them or not, there's still worth helping.
Mind your tongue when you speak to your elders, boy.
I know that you dislike this, but those hounds, they came to my rescue. They deserve some kindness, and the only thing that I'm asking is to know a little bit about them. They didn't wish this upon themselves. No one down there did. I just want to talk to them.
No.
And Elmo walks away.
Puck, I have never seen him that angry before.
I should have talked to him first. No.
I'm
this
going to
is-
go after him.
Okay, you're gonna chase after Elmo. While Sharifa is speaking with Puck, Victor, you make your way after him.
You understand, Puck, that he is a creature of nature as much as a squirrel or a tree. This was a mistake.
I guess I just got my hopes up. Still, that's all right. We'll just have to come up with a name for them ourselves.
As you look past Sharifa, you can see tears, clear tears. Or as you look past Sharifa and see Ariel, you see clear tears, not bloody tears, falling from the corners of her mouth, kind of dripping into that like lip line and clearly into her mouth as she just like sits there and stares at the dogs, and then stares down at the very thin seam that still seems to be in her chest. And whilst that is happening, Victor, you catch up to Elmo. He's not moving that fast, but he's moving faster than normal.
Hey,
What?
what gives you the right? I do not care whether or not you wish to speak to those animals. That is your right to decide, but you have no right to speak to him in that way. Do you know what that boy did for you, for your people?
For my people, he did nothing. He did something for these people. And I am
He
grateful
saved
for
your
what...
damn life.
I would have been fine.
He asked for nothing in return.
No, clearly he did. He asked me to speak with a creature that is long since supposed to be gone from this plane.
And you don't have the decency to tell him politely no? You're more savage than those dogs. Be gone.
Damn it. He stomps off.
I will return.
You return to the room and you see Ariel is like just pushing tears away from her face as Puck is leaning in to speak with her.
Ariel, I'm sorry. I feel like I was moving too fast. It's alright, please.
No, don't apologize. He's right. We are monsters. We shouldn't be here.
That's not true.
It is. I mean, look at me. Look at what I can do. And you see the mouth opens, followed by the throat, and then the chest opens wide. And like there's no bony, spiky protrusions like there were last time, but you get the feeling that she could definitely trap something inside of her body.
So what? So you can open your chest. I've seen plenty of orcs cleave people in half.
Maybe they should do that with me. And him. As she looks down at the dog.
Listen.
I made it back yet?
No, you are currently in the midst of working your way back. You'll be here real soon though.
As I re-enter the room, is she still crying?
She's kind of pushed the tears off, and she almost has this like smile of disbelief on her face.
I'm just going to use shape water to pull the tears from her face and swirl them around. And go, some people say this makes me a monster.
No, what you do is amazing.
I think what you do is amazing. I think by the definition of amazement, that amazes me. I am awestruck when I see it. It's merely the context.
Thank you.
Well, these dogs need names, do they not?
Yes, they do. Yeah, yes, they do.
What do you think we should name them, Ariel?
Oh, Talon's coming. She steps lighter than the rest of you. She should be here in 3, 2... Hi, Talon.
Hi, you must have heard me with those really great ears you got.
Yeah,
Didn't you?
I'm a natural predator.
That's incredible. Can't wait to hunt with you, you know that?
It'll be really fun.
You're going to be much better
I'm
at
so
it than I
excited.
was.
I mean,
He is terrible out there.
Victor, you are very loud.
I walk, I look down and go, with these tree trunks, it's hard to be quiet.
I suppose, but I meant your voice. I could hear you, and that's okay.
You're right. We were naming the dogs.
I've already named one dog today, so I feel that perhaps it should really be up to Ariel if she's going to be the one taking care of them.
Oh dear. This one can be death, and this one can be slaughter.
I think the orcs are going to love that, actually.
Yeah?
Good names.
I do.
Okay. You are death because your neck is a little crooked, and you're slaughter, and it's because you have that big slobbery maw all the time. They're really cute.
Is death or slaughter the one I nearly
that'd be
I broke the
death.
spine of?
Very
Okay,
crooked
yeah.
neck. Yeah.
Mm. I look at death as she points that out, and just like I just look at him a little bit more and go like, well, that settles that then, does it not?
Okay.
I did want to see if Ariel was hungry, we could maybe go out for a little bit of hunt?
Go outside?
Outside to hunt? It's like
I
two
would-
really cool things at the same time, I know.
I would really like to do that. Can we go now?
Does anyone else have any business with Ariel right now?
Um,
Well, I'd love
Ari-
to take her.
Ariel, would you like to take Death and Slaughter with you?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. You're supposed to say the thing first. First one to outside is an experiment, and jumps out the window.
Jumps out the window?
Oh yeah, just like clean jumps out the window, like solid 3-point landing on the ground.
Well, I think we're gonna have a hard time keeping up with her. Oh,
I'm genuinely so excited to hunt with her.
if the hounds haven't sprinted off yet, I will kind of kneel between the two of them.
So they go to run along after her, like down the stairs, and they notice that you're looking at them, and so they walk up to you very affectionately.
Well, I'm not sure if you'll understand me. I was kind of hoping we could talk, but Death, Slaughter. Sorry I didn't get to learn your original names, but thank you both for saving me. And I lean in and I give both of them a hug.
Oh yeah, big wet tongue kisses on each side of your face. It's very strange because it's like in sync, like it's exactly in sync as they lick the sides of your face, before just bolting off like.
I miss them, aren't you?
Yeah.
I should go
Um,
catch up.
Yeah. Have a good hunt.
I'll head out and go meet up with Ariel.
So as you chase after Death, Slaughter, and Ariel, what a fun convention. Harold, you
I'm
are.
gonna be honest. When you first said the one dog's name was Death, half of me was like, is she gonna name the other dog Taxes? And then, like that dog's the only inevitable thing.
It's a little smart for a woman who has been trapped for however long.
She really only knows a few words. Like she knows how to use
That'd be
words.
fair.
I wanted to name the dog like Flounder and Sebastian, but
That Slaughter and Ariel is very fun.
much better.
I mean, they'd probably have to be Flotsam and Jetsam for this scenario to work.
Yeah, they're pretty cute.
And I mean, let's be honest. Ortiz probably didn't name those dogs. Like, if anything, he probably called them like Experiment C17 and C718, something like that. Like, there was
They
no
suck
proper
like
names.
So Harold, while you are out and about, looking for Garrick, in the town.
Correct.
Yeah. As you wander the town, kind of asking one person to the next, like, who is Garrick? Where is Garrick? Why is Garrick? Eventually, you are pointed towards one of the tents, and you very clearly hear the clanging of a forge.
Oh, there's
Ping,
an
ping.
actual forge here.
Ping ping.
Didn't realize that. I'll just like kind of very gingerly open, like go toward the tent, go to like knock on the tent door and go, it's a flat base, I'm gonna hear that. And let's like kind of like slowly peek my head in.
Okay.
Hello?
So, as you peek your head into this tent, you can see that it has like a plume of smoke coming out the top, and as you peek in, you see a number of like forge tools that seem to almost like they look very lightweight. You know, they look very lightweight and relatively small for a forge. This seems to be very much a forge on the go.
Cool. Hello? Garrett, are you here?
Yes, this is my tent.
Gaston recommended you. He said you were one of the best smiths in the camp.
Oh my god. Yes, I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Come on in. What's your name?
I'm Harold.
Ah, Harold, nice to meet you. And he offers a hand. And as you look at him, you're pretty confident that he is a half-orc. He is a lot smaller in stature than the rest. The tusks are smaller. The nose is more of a human nose, much the same as yours. Hi.
Hi. So I wanted to learn how to forge. If that makes sense. Never done it before in my life.
No, that's pretty
But-
simple.
I wanted to learn because it's kind of the next thing I need to do. And
That is
get
very
Gaston-
strange, but yeah, sure. I can help you out.
You can?
I mean, it'll take a few weeks for you to learn the basics, but yeah, I can help.
Great. Yeah. I got like a ton of books that I
Oh,
found.
yeah, books aren't going to do much good here. It's pretty much learn by doing.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You can only learn so much from books before it's like, well, I need to actually do the thing to properly learn.
That's true. Honestly, I've never read a book in my life on forging or blacksmithing. I just kind of picked it up.
Well, then you're definitely more versed in life than I am.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but that's because I don't know you.
That's fair. Yeah. So, can you teach me?
Yeah, for sure. It's just gonna.
Welcome, my friends.
Oh my goodness. Adara, thank you for the raid. Welcome in Raiders. We're
Wow!
Wow.
It's raid time.
we are currently in the midst of a smithing exchange.
A terribly boring conversation about blacksmithing.
Yeah, I can teach you. It'll take some time, but if you stick around after the festival, we can get to learning.
Yeah. I mean, I might not be able to stick around a whole lot. I think we're gonna head out tomorrow.
All right. Well, whenever
but-
you're back in town, just let me know, and we'll get to work. We'll learn it piece by piece.
Yeah. Is there something you can teach me that I can like learn to do by myself? Because once we get back to the town of Smolenskshire, once we're there, I might like see if there's a forge there, and then I can kind of work at it myself and kind of like learn.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much when you're learning, it's pretty much bang bang on the hot stick. So you kind of just pick that up.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, not a lot of. I can like tell you. It's just like try it first.
That's
That's
fair.
all I got.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like kind of like look at my armor, and it's the first time I've noticed how like acid damaged it is.
It's pretty
from
dinged, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, maybe we could start with maybe some of my armor and just kind of getting the acid out of it.
Yeah. Well, we've got a few hours before the feast is set to begin, so why don't you hand me your breastplate and I'll show you what I can do. Just watch, all right? Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
All right.
So you take off the breastplate and you offer it over to Garrick.
Yep.
Okay. He starts heating up the steel. Ting ting ping ping. And it's going well. We won't have you roll anything for learning. You're just learning for now.
Harold is just like intently like Hawkeye watching and like taking notes. After
Okay.
like almost every little thing he does, Harold is like writing little notes in his
Yeah.
notebook about it.
clears his after he like clears his voice and like wipes the sweat. He's like, wipe sweat, clear throat.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's just written down. Bang bang the hot stick like a bunch of times.
Just 11 pages of all right. Heat the stick, bang the stick. Heat the stick, bang the stick. Bingo, baby. Okay, so with all of that being said, this is the most awkward time in the world, but we are set to take our break. So we are still going to take our break. Thank you so much, Raiders, for hopping in. Thank you, Adara, for the raid. We really appreciate it. Say hi to Biscuit for me. So I am not going to run ads this time, but instead, I'm gonna go take my break. And if any of you guys have anything to say, feel free to answer chat's questions. If you guys need to take a pee break too, wunderbar. But yeah, I'll be back super soon.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, chat? We here.
Hello.
Y'all-
Listening to
Y'all,
you.
between the orcs and Ariel, y'all have set for the extermination of deer in the area.
Yeah,
Like-
I did think about that.
Hey,
I was
I
like,
have-
the way this woman eats, like we could overhunt.
I have a plan. I'm gonna teach her about overhunting. I'm a ranger. I'm not gonna not teach her about what overhunting can do.
I mean, you can teach her that as much as you want. If she's gonna follow it, I doubt it. If she has,
She's a
If
very
she's hungry-
nice girl. We talk about different types of prey, all kinds of stuff. Hunting 101 with Auntie Talon.
I
I'd
mean,
say-
here's the thing. She did say Ordees would set her off to fight monsters. So like
Which means she'll be very
theoretically,
good with all the things.
theoretically, she could like go and hunt monsters instead of overhunt the deer in the area.
Depends on how
Yes.
many monsters there are here. I think we cleared them out. But there are those griffins too. I don't know. Alex gave a good idea that we should give like a short recap of our story. We are like, we're on. I wouldn't say we're wrapping this arc, but we're like getting to that part anyway. We currently we were just in like a big old fight with a group of bandits led by a real nasty wizard that was doing some straight up biomutant freak shit, just like turning people into monsters.
It's pretty cool if you ask me.
He tried to fly away on a griffin, and we killed his ass. And have since just been like dealing with the aftermath of that. It's been like a month since we did that, and we have still not left this keep.
It's been like one day and it's been a month in real time.
Yeah.
It's been heavy, but we're finally at the end of it, so it's good.
But that is
should we
because
go over?
go Lee.
Yeah.
I might be jumping ahead here because I was pouring juice, so I wasn't totally listening. But should we go over our characters again for everyone that rated in?
When Warren gets back, we'll go over you guys, characters, a couple channel point options that we have for the stream. Actually, I can do those until Warren gets back. So if everybody goes and checks your channel points right now, and you're like, man, I really like Victor. It seems like he's gonna have a rough time in this next blank. You can go ahead and spend 1,500 points to give him an inspiration die. So that's just going to be a d6 that he can roll and add to any of his attack rolls or any of his ability checks. Likewise, we've also got a 2,500 point option that is a luck dice. So essentially they get to re-roll one roll of their choice. It's pretty fun. Hopefully you guys can get a little bit more into it, feel like you're interacting a little bit more with the world. And also, just so you know, if you guys are giving inspiration dice, not only are you giving inspiration dice, you're also making me work even harder to come up for a reason as to why they're getting inspired at this very moment. It's what we call a win-win.
And we like making Lane work really hard.
I love working hard.
What is twitch.tv/Randolph the Grey if not just a place for us to torture Lane?
I mean, I
True.
wouldn't have it any other way.
It's just another
My
one of
favorite
the many
activity.
ways in which we can make Lane's life marginally worse. Um,
And I love it.
which is all we're looking for in the end.
I love it. Yeah. Real quick chat. Any questions? Any questions from the peanut gallery? While I've got time to peep it.
Oh,
Should hit him with
Perhaps,
the Discord too, right?
Logan,
Oh, yeah.
you could answer that question from Ms. Liz from the post show last time. if you
Oh
want.
yeah. Just so everyone knows, if you stick around past the end of the performance here tonight at twitch.tv/contraption, Warren's channel, we do a little bit of talk back. I haven't been there the last couple of weeks, but I did get a question from resident cool person Miss Liz. Let me just pull it back up because I did read it earlier. It had to do with I don't know if I
Should I
can-
pull it back up for you? Do you want me to read it to you?
I just forgot where you put it. Here it is.
found
Victor keeps having these be a hero / solve the problem moments, trying to be the first to jump in and then not having consequences. Harold is even turning to him for advice and assistance. Do you think that so many lucky happenings so early are setting him up for a big disappointment, like getting straight A's for years and then failing a class? How does Victor cope with his own failures or lackings? Great
Miss
question.
Liz. Wow.
Killer
Wow.
question.
That's why I saved it.
Yeah, it's something I've noticed. I think, and I personally think it has a lot to do with the way I play D&D. Is just I because I know the game really well. I think I often fall into this mentor role when I play. Just because that's just, and I also play like stoic old bastards, which people always want advice from.
Play what you know, okay? Play what you know.
Truly,
That's why I play horny bards and
So-
rogues. That's it.
it is weird though because Victor doesn't have that much more experience than the rest of this group. He's not that much older than them, and is not like he comes off as like hardened, but is actually like quite inexperienced. So I think he's trying his best to give the advice he knows, but doesn't is kind of pulling it out of his ass, and just trying to go off what he's learned in his short years sailing. And then how does he cope with his failures? He doesn't very well. That I think is the greatness is he sort of forces successes. That's what I've found. Even in a failure, he will find the success and sort of drill it home. / just like straight up deny that he failed.
Didn't happen. Don't know what you're talking about.
Or like blame it on people. He is not very good at coping.
Well, that was a very good explanation. I like those. And now we got everybody back. Can we give a real quick rundown of who you all are as players and who you are as characters and just like, race, pronouns.
Bits.
Yeah, race, pronouns, class, if you're a nice guy or not. That's a joke. None of you are nice.
It's true.
There's one nice guy. Well, think who it is.
Hold on, real quick before you introduce yourselves. Lee, Talon has one luck roll for the foreseeable future that you can use whenever you would like.
Thank you, Ms. Liz.
All right. Yeah, go ahead,
Gifted.
Logan. Go. Why don't you start?
Yeah. So I play the guy we just talked a lot about, and it's just got a shat all over my own character because he truly sucks. His name is Victor, and he is a wild magic barbarian. If you're aware of the newest book published by Wizards of the Coast, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything has a very, very fun subclass for barbarian that involves wild magic. So every time I rage, a crazy fucking magic thing happens, and it's very fun. He is a him character, and he is kind of blue.
He's a very handsome blue.
Yes. I believe there's photos in the Discord if anyone's curious. Lane made up
Yeah,
some little
of,
model mock-ups.
Hero Forge.
My name is Lee. They, them pronouns for player, me. I play Talon, who is a she, her. Talon is also what we have coined a fimbo, in that she is a himbo. She's definitely feminine. So she is no, she's not. Talon is a ranger. Talon is a half elf. And yeah, big strong lady, basically.
Big strong.
It's true.
So has no
I-
experience in the world with people at all.
I play Harold, the half-orc fighter.
What's your name?
Book nerd. I'm Thomas. They can read it. Isn't it right there?
I know.
Right
So
there.
is Harold.
But yeah, Harold is he?
Maybe
him.
your name is Harold.
Yeah. Harold is book nerd extraordinaire. He loves his books. He loves school. What he's doing out here, we'll find out.
Hello. My name is Warren. Some of you may know me as Contraption, and I play Dark Puck. Also known as Puck or Pericles. He goes by he, him, and he is a half-elf cleric. Yeah, I think I have a luck roll that's contingent on me being evil, but I'm not sure. But that's about it. Is that everything?
Yeah, no, good enough. So that is our party, and they've been through the shit, and you're actually all just in time for a little bit of a feast. As we I think we're ready to jump back in. Are you guys good? Excellent.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being here.
Hunt.
I hope you enjoy the rest of our show. We're going to be talking a little bit less to chat for the next little while, but we will be once again doing the after show at Contraption, just in case you do have any questions after the show. Excellent. Let's get back into it. Before we had left for our break, Victor and Puck were just chilling.
Sort of left in Ariel's room.
Yeah, we're just chilling. Harold has decided that he is going to watch Garrick the blacksmith work away until the feast is ready to start. And Talon has been out.
Done it.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Miss Liz. And Talon is currently out hunting with Ariel, our bioengineered weapon of mass destruction, who's also just like super cute and sweet. So yeah, you guys are out hunting. Go ahead and give me a survival roll for you, Talon.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Int.
21.
What?
21.
21. Would you believe that you didn't win? So
Hey,
No,
don't forget
actually,
about
in this
Death and
case,
Slaughter.
no, I don't. I believe it.
Death and Slaughter are there too.
yes. Oh, sorry. Death and Slaughter.
Should
They'll
they
get their
make
own
rolls?
survival roll. They will get their roll. They didn't do great. They're pretty loud. So Talon, while you are out hunting with Ariel, you kind of have this moment where you're like, oh, I found tracks. You track them for like maybe like 25, 50 meters until you see a small clearing under and it's a nice coniferous tree that's kind of caught all the snow, and there seems to be a smaller cow moose underneath the tree. And just as you are about to like turn around back to Ariel to let her know, you don't see her. You're like, what the hell? And you go to look behind you, and then you look back at the moose, and she has descended from the tree and is already latched on. Mandibles wrapped under the neck, and this moose is completely trapped. It is like trying to kick out of it, but as Ariel wraps her arms around the back of the moose and kind of locks its legs in place, it is completely stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she goes until it is dry, until that bull moose don't got nothing left.
How
Let
far
her
down
finish up and
the
then we'll
mouth
talk,
slit
yeah.
did she go?
Yeah, so when she opened up for when she did it to the deer, it was just the mandibles. This time she's kind of opened up the throat as well, and seems to kind of have, like, the bigger the target, the bigger she needs to open up. And yeah, she's kind of wrapped around the neck of the cow. No burns, no bone spurs.
I'll let her eat, and we'll talk when she's done.
Yeah, you watch her chow down for about 5 minutes before she looks back at you, and then she just kind of detaches, like pulls the mandibles back, and she goes, I'm not hungry anymore.
So you're full.
I guess so. Is that when you're not hungry?
Yeah, that means you've eaten enough to sustain yourself for the time being, and
Oh.
you'll get hungry later on.
I don't know if I've
See-
ever felt like this before.
This is fantastic. Then you're getting a better idea of how much food you need. That's wonderful. And does it maybe make more sense now what Victor was saying earlier about having meals?
I understand, because I didn't have to eat everything. No. I'm
Oh no, it's all right. It's not important.
okay.
You eat when you're hungry, okay? I do feel the need to just
Hell yeah, brother.
touch base with you about how all the animals out here work. We talk about that for a moment.
Okay.
So something that's really important is that the world has a sort of balance, right? So we all work together to make the world work. Some things eat other things, and then other things eat those things.
Are there things that
You,
can eat
the
me?
apex predator. I don't think so, actually.
Oh.
Would be shocked to see it. Which makes you a very important. It makes your discretion really important because
What is a
it's
discretion?
possible it means that you have to be a little more careful because you can eat whatever you want out here, but not
Okay.
everything can eat everything like you can, right? Just like you didn't like Victor's pastry, right? It wasn't for you.
Oh, it is yucky.
Yeah, but he loved it, right?
I
That
guess
was for
so.
him. So you have to be a little bit careful out here. If you eat all the deer, then there's nothing for the wolves to eat, and then all the wolves will die, and then everything is gonna die.
Oh, well,
You have to
Biscuit,
pick
he's
and choose
a
from
wolf,
different
right?
species.
Biscuit's a wolf, and
Um,
Death and Slaughter, they're kind of like wolves. I don't want them to
little bit,
die.
yeah. Right, so you have to pick and choose. So you can't have all the deer. You have to have a little bit of deer and a little bit of the elk and a little bit of the other things, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So that way, all the animals can keep living in harmony and you can just join in.
Okay. Sorry, all of this talking is making me kind of hungry.
Questions? Yeah, well, do you want to have a little bit of a snack? And finish the moose?
Okay, I think I'll do that. And she latches back onto the moose,
Right.
and whatever's left in there gets pretty well cleaned out, and that is a very much a hollow moose carcass by the time she is done with it the second time. But with that, she seems pretty
Right.
satisfied and ready to head back into town with you. She thanks you for the lesson and the life lesson and taking her hunting. Before eventually.
By the way, Ariel,
Oh yeah.
you were incredible taking that moose down. I wish I could do that.
Oh, thank you. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was like I'm so good at this is my thing. I always am in the forest. I always know when things move in the forest. And I turned around and you were just gone. It was so quiet. It was incredible.
Oh yeah, I was made to destroy things.
Very good at it.
Thank you.
Little jealous. Should I'm sure we can maybe make some friends at the feast tonight, though, if you wanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Could meet some of your new the new people you'll be sharing this home with.
Okay, I'm ready. I think I should probably change. And she kind of looks down at her
Yes,
like
we
mostly
should.
torn clothing, and she's like, I don't think that they would want me at a festival or a feast or something.
I'm sure they'll like you fine either way, but I'm going to. How about I go ask around and try and find you something fresh to wear?
Okay,
We'll
thank
take a
you.
look. Right.
So you make your way to look for something that might fit Ariel, whatever that may be. I will let you decide what you can find. I'll leave that up to your discretion. Puck and Victor, as you kind of are still in Ariel's room, kind of like shooting the shit a little bit about, holy shit, did you see her jump out of the window? 3-point stance. Wow. She's gonna be a great hunter. You hear a knock on the door.
Come in.
Hello. Hello.
And who walks in but a large and lumbering Fuckle.
Hi.
What can we do for you, Fakul?
Well, Victor, I just, I was looking at your feet, and I can see your feet.
What of it?
Your boots are gone.
Oh, yes. I did lose them to acid.
Oh no, I didn't know why, but I thought they were gone, and so I brought you some boots.
And he just holds out some boots. You now see, as he offers them out, you now see that Fuckle is now barefoot.
Fakul, are these your boots?
Yeah.
No, that is unnecessary.
No,
I
no, I
don't
want
need
you to
your
have them.
boots.
I've got more boots, but you don't have any more boots because, well, you've all just got that bag, and I don't think you've got boots in your bag.
You are correct. I do not have boots in my
So,
bag.
I'll go put
Where
on
are
different.
your other boots?
Well, they're in my room, but Galana's in my room, and I don't want to disturb her.
Well, we could go and up to your room and get a different pair of your boots. That way I don't have to take the ones that were so intimately on your feet so soon.
You don't want them?
I will accept your gift. I'm
They're my
merely
best
saying that.
boots. I really think you'll like them, please.
All right, but go get your boots.
Okay, I'll go get more boots. I'll just knock first.
All right, good plan. I'll take the boots from Fakul.
Yeah, so as you take the boots, you put them on?
I'm going to use shape water to take the sweat out of them.
Good call. Good call.
It's a lot.
I will-
There's a lot of sweat you pull out of them.
I dump it first, and it like comes out, which is my first indication that I need to extract it. And then yes, I will put the boots on.
Fits like a damn glove. Like, fits really good. They've got some nice weight to them, and as you put them on, you get an inclination that these are probably the best boots you've ever worn in your life.
I've so rarely needed good boots, being on the sea. It's not something you don't do a lot of walking. These are nice.
You have actually received, and you can put this in your inventory. Fuckle has given you a pair of orcish charging greaves.
All right.
Yeah.
Where should I put this? Is this a weapon?
No. This is just like an item that you are currently wearing. And what it does is it grants you plus 10 to your move speed, and
All right.
also, yes, I know, and also should you use your entire move speed in a straight line towards an opponent and make a melee attack action in the same round, you get +2 to hit and +2 to damage on that attack.
Fuck.
That is only applicable to the first attack round per round.
Great.
And you must use the full move speed in a straight line in order for it to be
Do I
effective.
have to attune to them?
No, you do not. They do not seem to be magical, just crafted very, very well.
Great. I'm going to marvel at them for a little bit and just like wiggle my feet around, and I'm going to find myself a seat in Ariel's room.
Okay.
And I'm going to go. Puck, I'm going to do a bit of reading. What are you going? What are you up to?
Just so all of you know, you're looking at probably about half an hour till sunset, and you can smell meat cooking in the air, all of you.
I probably should do some reading as well, but I also needed to talk to, and Sarifa was still here last I checked, yes?
So when she came back into the room, she did not leave, and she's just been like passively leaning in the corner, keeping an eye on you, a very close eye on you.
Okay. I actually was. Could I have a word with you, Sarifa?
Always, Pericles.
I'll meet you at the feast, Victor, in a little bit.
See you downstairs. And I'm gonna crack open my Ganassi physiology and origin book.
Okay, excellent. Learning. So yeah, you drag Sarifa out. You find somewhere quiet and comfortable to speak with her.
I just I wanted to thank you, and also apologize.
Why?
Well, I know that you've just been trying to look out for me, and I haven't made that easy.
Apology
I,
accepted.
When you gave me that hug after the first battle, it really did mean a lot. I just couldn't really acknowledge it because with the Asgardian coming and all this danger and everything, I just told myself that I needed to stay focused on things, and then we had to go into the dungeons, and there was never really a time to.
It's been a very
talk.
busy day, Pericles. I understand.
And just with everything, I couldn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
And as she says that, she kind of puts her hand up on your face and wipes the tears away. And as she does that, she makes you look her dead in the eye.
Pericles, why do you weep?
I feel like I let so many people down. All those men that we fought earlier, they trusted that I could help them, and they all exploded, and the orcs that I could have saved if I had gotten to you in time, and I was just so scared.
Good. Fear keeps you alive, Pericles. You should be afraid. This world is terrifying, and you need to stay alive. So be afraid. But also know that I will not let any harm fall upon you.
Could I have another hug, please?
Yes. She puts her arms around you. She holds you tight, but as she gives you a hug, and as you hug her, it feels nice and warm, and then it is immediately ripped away from you way too soon. Like, you were not ready for her to pull away, but she grabs your shoulders, sets you up straight, grabs your face once again, and she goes, "Now, Pericles, you are going to need to grow up very fast, because you cannot weep every time you see someone die. You understand?"
I understand.
Good. But do not lose that soft heart. It is something that I care for very much, for I lack one.
I'll try.
Good. I should go check on Elmo. He seemed very upset. Not your fault. Don't apologize. And she walks off.
I think Puck just kind of stands in the hallway for a while.
Okay. As you stand there in the hallway, Harold, you stand there watching the armor smith, clean up the rest of your armor. He seems to get it in pretty good working order by the time the supper bell is rang. Talon, you are just re-entering this tent town that has been set up by the orcs. And Victor, you are reading when all four of you hear dong, dong, dong. Seems to be coming from the bell up the ladder that you had climbed earlier, Victor.
I will poke my head out the window and see if I can see what's going on.
So you scramble out the window a little bit. I mean, you're pretty comfortable, so you put like half your body out. You look over to the tent town. You see people are all gathering towards the tables. You look up, you crane your neck up to see the tower, and you see Gazdan has like a small warhammer and is just like donging the bell himself, because there's no way to make that thing ring otherwise.
I will just snap the book shut, and I will start making my way back downstairs.
Okay. As you do, you see Puck kind of just standing in the hallway, a little phased.
I believe that's the bell of merriment. We should go celebrate.
Yeah, I guess it's time to unwind, huh?
It is. You look as wound as ever.
It's been a long couple days.
And say that again.
But
Let's say you and I go eat far too much and enjoy the smiles of the people we saved.
well, I doubt any of us are going to be able to eat Ariel under the table.
No, I would not be surprised if Ariel eats the table. Although I pull out the other quarter of the ration I have, and I go, I know this is safe.
Hey, Victor?
What?
Thank you.
Anytime. Come on.
So, the two of you climb down the steps, and Puck, as you're climbing down the steps, you see Death and Slaughter burst in through the front of the keep door, and they just kind of jump at you. Not enough to knock you to the ground, but not far from it. Followed quickly thereafter by Ariel and Talon seem to have made their way back to the keep.
Hey boys, how's it going? Did you have fun on your hunting trip?
We're gonna go find Ariel some clothes before we come down to join the feast, just so she can, meet everyone at her best.
All right.
Did you happen to see where clothes might be kept inside the keep? If there might be anything lying around, or if I should maybe go talk to the orcs, see if they have any
Puckle
extra?
seems to have some boots in his room, but that is the only lead I have.
I haven't
I
really
can't
been in-
imagine he has something nice for her.
There are female orcs in about if you're looking for something feminine. But I'm sure that someone can clothe her.
I think I've only
Yeah,
been in
Ariel,
2 or
did
3
you
rooms.
want? Ariel, did you want to have a dress, or what are you thinking?
Well, I like what you're wearing, and she points to you, Talon, seeming to be referring to your furs and your leathers and your boots.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, how about we go? We will go talk to my friend Grick, who's one of the chain breakers, and I'm sure we can ask him about some fun fighting clothes for you.
From the top of the stairs, you just hear, "I have a set of clothes she could borrow." As Sarifa stands there, Elmo nowhere to be seen, but Sarifa stands at the top of the stairs, not really looking in your direction.
Well, Sarifa, if you don't mind, then she could come make some friends tonight, hopefully.
Yes, I suppose we're probably the same size. Ariel, come along. I will stay with her. You should go find Harold or something.
Thank you, Sarifa.
Oh,
We'll see you in a little bit, Ariel.
I know precisely where Harold is. He has been staring at the blacksmith for a couple of hours.
Sounds about right after what we found in the library, actually.
All right, well, mail's done. Late mail's done. Are you gonna put it back on?
Yeah. Thanks. It's,
All right.
looks,
Did you learn
looks
anything?
new.
Did you figure anything out?
Well, it kind of was exactly what you said. It was just a lot of heating it up, banging the hot stuff,
Yeah.
cooling
much.
it down again, heating it
Yeah.
up, hitting the hot stuff.
It's really quite simple when you break it down like that, eh? Anyways, I've got to wash
Yeah.
all this off before the feast gets started. I'm covered in soot. I worked way too late. I'll
Sorry
see you
about
around,
that.
I'm sure. No, don't worry about it. I love my job.
Yeah. If I'm ever back in the area, I'd love another lesson.
Yeah. Cheers, Harold.
Bye.
Harold?
I'm just gonna kind of like stare at some of the tools for a second, go, and then get distracted. Poke my head up. Yeah.
Are you finished?
The feast!
It's time to eat.
Right. Yeah.
You must
Man,
be
I'm
famished
hungry.
from all that learning you
realize.
just did.
I think the last thing we all ate was
More so.
tea, so we should probably get some actual food.
Yeah. Although the tea, I will admit, the tea was really good, and it did kind of fill me up.
My God, was that today? Was that today we drank that tea?
Yeah, that was like 4 hours
Dear
ago.
It
Lord.
was like 4 a.m. No. That was like, you guys have crested into the next day. You guys have been up for almost 48 hours now.
This is truly an endless day.
Yeah, you guys have been up for about 48 hours. You had the tea at around 4 a.m.
All right, well, I am very anxious to relax and unwind and see what this feast is about and maybe try beer again in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to go find a bunch of beer. That's my mission.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with Victor. I'm going to go with Victor to get the beer.
There are kegs literally everywhere, like already tapped, and it's just kind of like you walk by, you fill it up with a tankard.
I just pick one of the kegs up.
Okay, great. You pick up a keg
And just shoulder it.
and
go, this one's for us.
as you guys are walking around, you hear a very loud voice, not magically so, but just he's good at yelling. You hear Gazdan,
All right, everyone, gather round. I've got to say something.
his voice really messes me up. One sec.
Important to hydrate.
All right. Okay, we've got everyone then. All right, good. Hello. My name is Gazdan. I am, sure you probably all know me. I stand here before you today to, recognize those who have fallen and to thank those who are still standing. Before we do any feasting or any partying, Victor, put down the bloody keg.
I'll just like lower it, but I'll just lean on it.
Good. For now, we pay thanks to Desdin and the many other orcs, humans, and whoever else died here. We ask that the gods old and new guide them on their way to their next life.
And you see him, he kind of steps back and you're all able to see that he's standing over like a funeral pyre. He takes a small dagger out of his hand, takes a small dagger out of his belt, cuts his hand, and drips a little bit of blood over Desdin's body.
Now a piece of all of us will go with Desdin wherever he is. Wherever he will end up. So, Fuckle, if you wouldn't mind burning the pyre.
Fuckle gets up, lights a torch, burns the pyre. Everyone's silent for a moment, and then he goes,
All right, good. Now with that out of the way, I would like to give one big round of applause and great thanks to our new friends, Victor, Puck, Harold, and Talon. If you'd all come and join me over here, that'd be great, so everyone knows who to thank.
I'm gonna take the keg.
You can bring the keg now. It's good. We're not mourning.
Oh, we're doing this again? Okay.
Come now.
Harold is hiding in the crowd.
Harold, I see you.
I grab Harold. I drag him.
That's out of. Just to keep my head down and don't say anything.
I wanted to say something in front of everyone, because that way I knew they'd agree. I just wanted to say thank you all for everything you've done for us. The Chainbreakers owe you a great debt. And not only do the Chainbreakers owe you a debt, the first free orc village of Broken Keep owes you a debt. Is that not right?
and you hear a lot of cheering and clapping, most of it pretty immodest. You hear Grick just going like,
Yeah! Yeah!
You know, you see Ariel like clapping with Sarifa off in the corner.
And should any of you ever... No, sorry. Should the shield ever need a strong orcish blade or axe, you know who to call. We will be here for you, as you have been here for us. Thank you. Now, let's get drunk!
Woo! Everyone gets to partying.
Yes,
Let's get that keg open.
I'm not going to drink directly from the keg, because that is uncivilized. But I am just going to keep the keg at ready and just continue filling drink out of a cup.
Okay. So y'all get your drinks. Whoever wants to drink. Grick, Garrick, they join around. Gazdan, Emori, even Elmo seems to be like sulking in the corner, sipping his elderberry wine. Even he's not missing this, even though he's still
Fucking sucks.
dude is still seriously mopey. But he looks less angry and a little bit more sad. As the rest of you do, you gather around Amori, Sarifa, Ariel, pretty much everyone is having a good time. You recognize the Goliath bartender that you had met earlier. Grick keeps on trying to dance with either Talon or Victor, is like,
I'm dancing with Grick.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
will dance with him as well.
Yeah, Grick's having probably the best time of literally anybody. But yeah, as you guys all dance, have fun, all the orcs are out. You do see a few Goliaths seem to be enjoying the party. But yeah, the evening is alight. Everyone is having fun, and the snow has stopped entirely, which is interesting.
How far into drinking are we?
As far as you would like. For the rest of the evening, feel free to narrate as you please. Do whatever
Sick.
the hell you want.
Puck is definitely getting a tankard, but he'll also, I guess, ask Harold. Harold, I feel like we haven't
Yeah.
really just sat and talked in, well, it feels like years, honestly, but do you want a drink?
No, I'm okay. I'm good with my water.
Well, okay. So, I'm just gonna like sip, I guess. I guess how are things? I mean, it's been a really crazy couple of days. How are things with your dad?
I mean, they seem to be. He's slowly been getting his memory back, which is a good thing. And that locket that you and Victor found, it brought more memories back, which is more positive. I've told him to stay here. I've asked Gazdan just to keep an eye on him. So he seems to be doing fine. Maybe once some more things come back, I guess one of the people you rescued down there was from his hunting party, so they might be willing to help take him near home, and maybe he'll remember more being the place. But other than that, he seems to be doing okay.
And what about you?
I mean, I'm fine, I guess. I found some books. We stopped an evil madman, and we got his notes. I don't know. It's been a long day. Long day. Yeah, it's just been a time, I guess. How are you holding up? You probably had it worse than anyone.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I guess, I've moped around enough for one day. So, I'm ready to enjoy myself a little bit. And it sounds like we could all use a little bit of a breather. Are you sure I can't convince you to at least try a little bit of ale?
I saunter over to the table and go, all right. And I slam a tankard of ale in front of Harold and go, I don't want to push you into something you don't want to do. I'm going to preface that right now. Purely for the study of education in understanding what it is like to be drunk. It is something you cannot read. I'm asking you, as a man who pursues knowledge like I do, drink this with me. Do it, Harold. Just say yes.
Okay.
That
I
boy.
guess.
All right. Talon, get over here.
Ah, Victor! I'm coming.
Now fill
Coming up.
everyone's cups up and go. All right. On the count of 3, fast to the bottom. Gets the good bed, whatever that is.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
All right, everyone, give me con saves.
Oh no.
Harold is like he's sipping it. He's nursing this thing.
Harold is like, "Fuck your rules."
13.
13.
That is a 9 from.
That is a 9. Just a reminder, Talon and Dark Puck both have luck rolls, I believe. So if you're not confident in your drinking ability, Puck, what'd you do?
Unnatural 20.
Okay, all right.
Damn, Puck.
So Puck slams it. Puck's had a rough fucking couple days,
Yup.
man. Puck slams his tankard, puts it on the table. Like
Victor's like halfway through his, and then sees that Puck's already finished, and just like spits it all out. Really, Puck? Puck was the one.
He deserves it. He saved, like, everybody, right? Right, Puck. I'm assuming Talon's a little drunk at this point, and Talon does get white girl wasted, so...
hell yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna hold Puck's face. I'm like, Puck,
Yeah?
you're so cool. You're so cool and you're so good at things. You're so good at fixing things. Like, I don't understand. You said you have delivered babies. That's incredible. You're so cool. Thank you for existing.
Oh,
Thank you. And I'm gonna give him like a
All right. I know you've been thinking it. I've been thinking it. Let's just get out with it and say it. Apollo versus Athena. Who wins? Athena.
I mean,
Your son, bitch, boy's got nothing on her. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's not really a deity of combat.
That's why I'm saying Athena would wipe the floor with him.
Well, that's presuming that Athena could even hit him on his chariot.
All right, let us find a chariot. I will show you that she could indeed hit it. Who has a chariot? And I'm off.
Victor!
I'm going to find a
Oh
chariot.
boy. I'm going to be nursing hangovers all morning, aren't I?
I can heal
Probably.
too, Puck. Maybe I'll make some good berries in the morning, and then we'll all be okay.
Hey, Talon, before you forget everything, thank you. I probably wouldn't be here for this feast if you hadn't been there.
I mean, I was saving it just in case, so I'm glad I got to you. I'm glad you're here. You're so cool. You're so.
You're plenty amazing yourself.
Oh, I'm all right. Harold. Harold,
Yeah.
why don't you have
that's-
fun with us?
Uh,
I'm having so much fun. Why don't you have fun with me?
If I'm being honest, perfectly fine and content just sitting here and watching you all have fun.
I'm going to insight check Harold.
Dude, this is the most dad thing I've ever heard. Are you having fun? I'm having fun watching you have fun.
That is a 19 insight on Harold.
I mean, you get the sense that this is definitely not his thing, and he is just like, he is internally terrified, and he just kind of wants to sit here alone. As much as he may want to do anything, he's just like, this is way too much. This is too overstimulating for me at the moment.
Harold,
Alright.
if you want to dance, then come find me. But I'm gonna go dance with Greg because he has biscuits.
He is also currently doing his own orchestra rendition of like the Russian dance where you cross your arms and get real nice and low with Biscuit. Yeah, he's
Familiar.
killing it.
I returned with,
Okay.
a table with wheels on it. That's the best I could find. And go, all right, you get on this and I will push it. No, Harold, you pull
Victor,
Puck,
I
and
don't.
then I will throw this javelin at you.
Victor, I don't think that a table with wheels compares to a chariot being pulled by horses who can pull the sun.
You're right. We're going to have to do this later. In the meantime, get on this thing. I want to push you around.
Harold, I'll be back in a little while. You can tell me about what you learned about blacksmithing. Maybe we can make something together. And I'll stand on the
Okay.
table.
Harold,
Get
you
on
should
the
make him a
table.
chariot so that we can do this thing. Yes, good idea. You want? I can push both
I-
of you if you would like to also get on this.
I'm okay, and if I'm being honest, I got maybe like a 2-hour lesson, or I literally just watched him do his work. I didn't learn that much. But maybe eventually I can build you a chariot and you can pull Puck around in it.
So I'd have goals. Good. Have goals, of course. And I just start pushing Puck around.
Okay, you motor off with Puck. Puck, can I get an acrobatics check from you, please?
Oh, come on, really? Acrobatics?
You
Really?
expect Victor not to be? You don't think
Oh,
Victor's taking like
I am
hard, sharp
all over
turns?
the place.
Please, Lord, save me. That's a 7.
7. Okay. So as Victor's like running you all around the dance floor, you're able to hold on a little bit, and everyone's like throwing you thumbs up as you wave as you go by. Gazdan sees you cruising by, and he's like,
Where's my turn?
before eventually, Puck, you end up getting bucked off because Victor does like a really sharp turn, and you take a tumble off, and you end up bumping into someone's leg.
Oh.
Upon
I look up.
Running away.
Elmo
Is it
is
Elmo?
Elmo is
Fucking
definitely
Elmo.
looking down at you as he's like standing there with his wine in hand.
Oh, fucking course.
You just hear Victor go, oh shit, and then just start running away.
I gotta go.
I like look at the
It's the
fleeing
cop.
Victor.
Run.
I'm just kind of.
And I'm
Vic-
so much
Puck
faster
just thinks to
because of my
himself.
boots.
Puck just thinks to himself. He'll risk his life to save me from anything, but not this.
So Puck, as you're laying there, a little buzzed, Elmo looks down at you, shakes his head, and then offers you a hand, just to help you stand up.
I kind of like. I'm presuming I might still have some weight on his legs, so I'm just kind of like roll a little bit and then take his hand. I'm like, I'm sorry about that.
As am I. That's all you're getting. Have a good night. You're a good man.
He walks away.
Okay. All right. Puck is gonna get on the table and try and perform.
Okay.
Sorry, can I just
Yes.
can I cut in quickly before
Yes.
this happens? um, So upon seeing Puck go flying, and I'm like watching this happen from like the dance floor, right? Upon seeing Puck go flying and just having had this moment where I was like, Puck's the best. I'm gonna be like, and I'm going to charge at Victor full fucking speed and throw my entire body weight into just like attempting to take him down.
I'm faster than you.
He is. You can't catch him if he runs away
Yes.
from you.
So you're
He's
just
fast-
chasing him around
With
the
his
tent.
new boots, he's faster than you.
Yeah, I will.
I'll stop and be like,
I'll let Talon chase me for a couple minutes, and then I will full on turn and go, round 2, we're doing this. And I'll just fucking tackle her.
Okay, all right. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, roll me athletics versus athletics.
ooh,
Fuck. 14.
23.
Oh. So, Victor,
Wait, I'm
you...
drunk. I gotta roll with disadvantage.
Oh, you both have to roll with disadvantage.
Should I also?
Oh, yeah. You
if
both,
we're
you're
both rolling
both
at disadvantage,
sauced.
would it just be a straight roll?
No.
Or
Luck,
It's still
luck.
14 for me.
oh, no, yeah, that was actually the 23 was the lower roll.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so yeah, no, Victor, you
So
are...
A
God.
26 on this one.
As you go to tackle her for round 2, she's been like chasing you down. She sees you turn and she goes, oh yeah, just like a bull. You know, just like a bull moose. As you charge into her, she wraps a hand right around your neck, rolls with you, and boom, you're right on the ground. You are in a serious headlock. You've got one try to get out of this, man.
I'm gonna do it.
2 for me.
I'm gonna get out. Fuck! I rolled a natural 20 and a natural 1.
Oh no. Talon, go ahead. Talon, go ahead and roll at disadvantage just in case crazier things have happened.
I also got a natural 1.
What is your athletics? What are both of your athletics scores?
It would be 7 with my athletics.
Mine is also 7.
Roll again.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage each.
Oh,
Just a
bad.
stalemate.
9.
15.
15. Victor, as you're holding yourself there, you feel Talon slip up a little bit. You go to try and get out of it. Just kidding, she didn't slip up. She gave you room to work yourself into your own chokehold. You can't breathe. Your vision's starting to go spotty. All things are going black. You can tap out or you can just get knocked out. Your call.
I will tap.
Okay, just on the very brink of unconsciousness, Talon, you feel a very gentle
I'll flip him over on his back. Be like, one again. Ha! You said you'd beat me this time and you didn't, and we're both drunk and I still won.
I just like puke a little bit. but like super, like I don't retch. Like I stand there for a second and just go. Bleh.
in there.
Ugh.
All right. Is there anything else any of you would like to do in this drunken stupor?
I'm performing, hopefully.
Oh, yes, go ahead and roll your perform check with your lyre with disadvantage because you've also been drinking.
Not that much, not like they have been.
Okay, well, how much have you had to drink, Puck?
I've had I'm going to say max 2 drinks.
Oh,
at
and
this
you
point.
did crush your con save?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Go ahead.
All right. Ooh, okay. 19.
19. All right, Puck. So as you two finish wrestling, Harold, you've kind of found a nice, relatively empty table to sit down at and sip your beer. You can all hear as Puck's lyre and voice just kind of break through the crowd. And a lot of people actually quiet down a little bit. As it's quite lovely, and it's not the same crazy frantic energy there was before. He kind of brings a little lull over everyone. It's soft, but it's beautiful. Puck, what are you singing?
At this point, I think I would take some of the impetus of what has been happening around me, and I would start a little bit with like Song of Remembrance for Desden.
Yeah.
And then to bring it back up to be more lively, I'll start singing like a Groman like wrestlers song. And I'll start substituting Talon and Victor's name in there.
It's like that moment when like there's a bar fight and like everyone just suddenly stops, looks, watches Puck's performance, and then as soon as he picks it back up, just the guy finishes his punch.
As Puck brilliantly plays the lyre, I'm going to wipe the bit of vomit dribble off of my chest. And go. I have this dance. Champion of the ring.
Certainly, who's a man?
All right. I will dance with Talon.
Okay, so you and Talon dance to Puck's a little bit more jaunty tune. I assume you keep going for a little bit, provide some music to the people. Everyone's having a great time dancing away. The night goes off absolutely wonderfully. Until people start to get a little tired. It's been a hell of a day for everyone, not just you guys. A lot of the people seem to be heading in for bed. Sarifa seems to be, you see Sarifa, like, grab you by the leg, Puck. Not, like, in a way to stop you, but just, like, again, in that, like, I'm here way. And she shows that she has Ariel and that she's gonna go back to bed. Probably keep an eye on her for the rest of the evening. And yeah, ever so slowly, more and more people trickle away until about half the people are gone, and then a quarter. Harold, this is your cue to leave and not feel bad about it.
As much as Harold sees that, he's kind of gonna wait until like there's maybe like a handful of people left, and then he's just gonna kind of start going around and like picking up empty tankards and kind of cleaning up the kegs and just kind of tidying things up so they don't have to do it in the morning.
Oh my god! All right.
Needless to say, but I'm the last person to leave.
Okay.
I'm staying to the bitter end.
Yeah. Hawkeye, are you still here as well?
Currently, yes.
So yeah, as everyone is like fiddling out, and I see Harold fucking picking up tankards, I point at him as I show Talon, and then I sort of wave Puck over, and I just sit him down at one of the tables. And sit down next to him.
Sit me down?
No, I sit Harold down, and I wave for everyone else to come and join us.
I was kind of. Do you have
Harold,
something to say?
It's very sweet.
It's
but,
so nice of you to try.
Don't you think we've maybe done enough for these people? They can probably clean up.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all probably going to be
Harold.
pretty hungover in the morning, and it's just a nice thing to do for them, so that they. It's nice to wake up to like a clean place, and I mean they'll probably appreciate not having to do it in the morning.
Listen, I hear you, but it is not their first party. I will tell you that much. I'm just sure they can handle it.
You know what? Harold's right. We should clean up. That's what we do, right? We clean up messes. That's just what we do. This is a mess.
You guys don't. You don't have. You guys don't have to.
No.
Harold, if you're cleaning up, then I'm
I'll pick up a plate and then just like look at it and then just throw it on the ground.
No.
I'll not be outdone by a bunch of you fair folk.
As Gazdan like stumbles through the tables.
Gazdan!
What's up? I'm always the last of the party. I'm always here.
You should probably get
Woo!
to sleep.
Very
You
well.
should get to sleep.
We should figure it out then, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you can
And
almost-
I'll grab a bunch of half-drank tankards and put them all together and slide it to him and do the same for me and go, who will be the last?
Cheers. Clunk.
Clink.
Oh god! Roll me that con save. Oh no.
Harold seeing
That's a 21, baby.
That's a 15 for me. So as you clink, down it goes. He like throws the tankard on the ground, eyes you up for a little bit, and then you can kind of just see the eyes like lose focus. And before they even close, dude, boom, hits the floor.
Pull a hair
Harold,
out of
see-
my mouth and go,
Harold seeing that Victor does this, he's gonna like see this as his opportunity to maybe like get away and continue cleaning on the other side away from Victor.
Harold, sorry, I was distracted. I did have a meaning more than just to stop you from cleaning. We,
Okay.
by all means, will be departing this place tomorrow, correct?
I thought that was the plan. Yeah.
Where are we going?
Well, don't we have to go back to Smolensk and tell them that the bandits are no more?
That is one of the options. There's also the Elven village, correct? There was knowledge of Puck's father there, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yes. But we can't forget about Talon's mom.
And there's also
Yeah.
Helen's mom.
My
But
mom
that
is
one
very
is a bit of
important.
is where we don't know where she is.
We're talking a
But-
lot of big words very late, and I'm very drunk. And
How about
can
Well,
you do this in the
we-
morning?
It
We
is the
can-
morning, technically.
I mean, technically, we have 2 days to walk back to Smolensk. I'm sure.
So much
I'm
time
sure
to
we'll
talk.
have time to talk.
Yeah, we can table this for more sober minds, and maybe someone in Smolensk knows a bit more about
Uh,
those people.
Maybe they came back. Maybe while we've been gone, they came back.
But, yeah,
As the
alright.
conversation continues, Talon just starts like putting her head into her arms and just like starts to fall asleep very slowly.
Yes, all right. We're losing her, and I'll just hoist her, and and go find a bed to put her in.
Very fair.
We'll speak in the morning.
You could definitely find some
Right.
tents, or you could find a room in the keep. There are a few still vacant if you'd like. Your call.
I imagine the keep. I would propose that most of the tents are probably occupied, so I will find a place in the keep.
All right.
Harold, do you want to help me carry Gozdan to his tent? I don't know that I could really manage by myself.
Yeah. Probably best he wakes up not in the dirt. All right. Okay. Okay. You get the left side. I'll get the right. Ready?
All right, okay, yeah. One,
2,
two,
3.
three.
Between the two of you, you can definitely lift and drag Gazdan to his tent. You do find it, same tent as before, big red Gazdan's tent sign.
I kind of just like lay him down on the floor. This is good enough, yeah.
Just wherever there's like a I guess a fur,
An empty spot.
sleeping fur
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, you drop them on like a couple fur bits.
Puck tucks him in.
Cool. I'm gonna get back to cleaning. Yeah,
Harold
if you want to
cleans.
talk, if you want to talk, I mean, we can talk as a clean, but I understand if you just want to go to bed. You've had a long day.
No, maybe I'll keep my hands busy a little while. I'll help.
Okay. Well, I was thinking. I mean, we don't have to like wash any of them that they can do, but like we just like gather everything and we put it on just like one of those tables over there so that everything's together, and we'll just kind of like push all the tables and chairs off to the side so that they're kind of neatly put away. You know, just out of the way so everything's not kind of as much of a mess as it is.
As Puck is moving tables, he just kind of says, "I don't suppose you have any magic that helps with moving or cleaning things."
Unfortunately, I do not. I kind of used all my magic earlier.
Right. Well, if you get good at smithing later, I might ask you for some help making something or upgrading a few things.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. It might take a while. I mean, according to Garrick, it's really simple. It's like heat it up, hit it with a hammer once it's hot, quench it in water, heat it up, hit it when it's hot, quench it with water. But like, he was just kind of fixing up my my gauntlets and my armor a bit, and it's it still took him a little while. So I mean, there's a lot of steps to it. But yeah, once I get good with it, I'd have no issues upgrading your armor, or even, I mean, making you some new armor if we get the materials for it.
Well, I guess if we could, I'd like to use the armor that I'm wearing and maybe reforge it. It was a gift
Yeah.
and all, and I would feel pretty lousy if I didn't make use of it.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to like melt something down and then reforge it right now, but once I get good with it, yeah. I mean, I got I got my own purposes for learning how to smith. So
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
doing-
You're a quick learner.
Thanks. I hope so. I might
And
see if I can get like maybe a little hammer or something, and then when we're on the road, I can like heat up a piece of metal in the fire, just in the coals, and then maybe find a stump and just try to like flatten it out, heat it up again. You know, kind of just work with it a bit.
with the miracle of small talk, you find that you have cleaned the entire camp.
Blacksmithing Harold is gonna be the death of me. I can't handle it.
Well,
It's-
I guess it's time for bed then.
Yep. Time to get some sleep.
What do you want,
Me?
Sleepy?
As Victor goes to put me down in the bed, I just want to say one more thing tonight. I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, I see you, Victor. I'm nicer than you let people think, and I know that now.
Don't be telling people that.
But you are a better man you let on. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
For bringing me to bed.
you are much stronger than you look.
That is true too.
Go to sleep.
You too.
And I'll just like throw her on whatever like makeshift bed there is. and then like go to leave, realize it is too late, and then just like sit in a chair and pass out.
Pass out in that nice and the easy boy, you know, and the lazy
Yeah,
boy, just
the circular like upholstered chair, and just like.
All right. Well, everyone is able to make their way towards their respective beds, wherever they choose to lie their heads. And sleep comes incredibly easy to all of you. You sleep hard and you sleep fast. And you all get a full rest. Yay, long rest.
Yay!
I didn't.
Thank
I had not
God!
lost any hit points.
And as the sun starts to rise above the tree line, only a few hours after you guys went to bed, it's one of those nights. Puck, you feel the prick of the light sting your eyes a little bit, and it wakes you. And as you lay there in bed, you actually see a silhouette standing in the light right in front of your window. And the craziest thing is the light seems to be even brighter as it passes through this silhouette. And the shape seems to cross its arms, and then you hear, hey, Puckers.
Hate this guy.
Apollo?
That's me! And he kind of steps out of the light, and yet even as he steps out of the light, he still emits light and sits down on the bed, kind of at your foot. I heard you had some questions for me.
Puck, still half thinking he might be asleep, just goes, if this is about what Victor said about you and Athena, I tried to argue your case.
Puck, I kick my sister's ass all the time. It's fine. Wait, no, is she my sister? She's my cousin. It's so weird. Honestly, it's gross. No, I win. I always win. Especially when it's a race. I'm super fast. Anyways, no, I know you had some questions for me, and I just wanted to let you know that I like you a lot, Puck. Man, you're my guy. You know, I pretty much adopted you after your parents died. You know, you cried out to me, please, please. And I was like, yeah, dude, I got you. And I was like, pew, gave you some healing shit. It's fucking cool.
I guess I want to know why.
Why what, man?
Why did you pick me?
'Cause you asked. And because you are soft and you're sweet and you love music and I love music, and somewhere deep, deep, deep down, you are just as angry at the world as I am. I like that. I like it a lot.
Then my other question is, why did you give me my powers too late?
Oh, buddy. Puckers, buddy.
Are the
You
gods
wouldn't-
laughing at me?
No. Well, some of them, they're assholes. But not me. Look, man, here's the deal. Maybe one day, you know, but I can't just bring everybody back from the dead just because some kid asks me to. You know how pissy Hades gets when I bring people back from the dead? God, it's a nightmare. Yes, I can do it. I'm very capable of doing it. I could let you do it, but then I have to deal with all that shit, and I don't know if you're worth it yet, man.
It seems like a cruel joke.
Life is a cruel joke. We all have to deal with it.
What is it that you want from me? you give me these powers, and yet half the time when I use them, they end up burning and hurting the people that I try and use them on.
Honey, that was one time. And that was your fault. You just didn't get it. You should have figured it out sooner. That's not my fault. That's on you. But you'll get it in time. You're smart. You got a good head on your shoulders. Anyways, sun's rising. I just stopped in. Technically, none of this really happened. It's all in your head. But good news is, I am real. I'm here. You can chat with me whenever you want. Not whenever, like pretty much sunrise, and that's it. But I will see you soon, I'm sure. Just call me if you need me. Bye. Dust. And that is where we are going to end our session.